What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with our broadcast partner, Booyah. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Eisen. I apologize once again for the little delay on the stream that we've gotten to come to, but there were some technical difficulties that could not be avoided. But now we are here witnessing Division 2 in all its glory. Scam 7 versus XTM Riot. We'll not be wasting any more time and getting right into the game because we'll be joining the players into the ban phase already. Blackbeard, Jackal, and Mira have been taken care of, and the last band that will come in will be Clash. Of course, you guys cannot see that on the screens right now, which will be joining them right now. There we go. Into the match we are. As you can see on your screens right now, the top four bands on your screen. So heading into this, it's a very normal day on the esports club. Let's be honest here, it's Oregon. That means it's pretty much the home map that these players will be playing on, and that means we'll be getting to see very standard stuff from them. That's what I expect out of it. Let's see what the rosters look like. Super Hellboy, No Skill, Nanny, Coffee, and Mighty Ali will be the ones running the gun on attack. That is, of course, Cam 7. Meanwhile, on the side of XTM Riot, we have It's MBK, Yobo, Nightshades, Ironside, and Triggered. Yobo, my man. All right, I did not know this. Yobo is back into playing the game. If you're having to see this, stream afterwards, welcome back, my brother. It's been quite the while since I've seen Yobo into competitive. If somebody out there does not know, Yobo happened to be one of my teammates back in my team domination days. So it's actually quite the surprise that I'm getting to see here. Yobo back into action. Amazing. It most definitely will be very interesting outtake to as to what we get to see today. I'm already hyped up for the match, and let's not waste any more time and hand over the mic to Baba Gusta. Baba, what are your 2 cents heading into this match on Division 2 today?
Well, as I recall from the match stream that I'm seeing currently, we see both of these teams, Scam 7 and XTM Riot, not winning a single game. That is an unfortunate one, but for now we'll be able to determine who's going to be that one specific team who will be able to get their first win of season 5. It would be a bit difficult, but although I do have to appreciate the number of efforts that both of these teams have been given. Especially on the side of Scam 7, you had Coffee, and I believe at that time there was Mighty Ali who was making some impressive plays as well. Unfortunately, couldn't get the win properly as of now. The drone works from the Ash will unfortunately won't be as his designated location, so he has to go back, retrieve the drone back, so that he'll be able to get information in towards the armory lockers. Now we will see No Skill spawned in towards the junkyard to find whether if the Valkyrie has placed any cams from right outside the construction entrance, door. Looks like Zofia is still trying to look for it. Triggered, on the other hand, will be able to take out the drone and also give his information. But then Ranat will come in on the side of Yobo, going for the spawn peak, thinking that there might be some of the attackers in towards the second floor kids. Actually, right from the games room wall. And looks like Coffee's already in. He's a bit paranoid because, there might be some place in towards the classroom. But for now, he has the Ace Selma Breach charge, which will open up. It shouldn't have much of a problem, at least. Looks like he'll be able to open successfully. Nani is here with the cover, but he still needs to be careful with that heavy aggressive plays from the Jaeger. He should be able to see it. Meanwhile, MBK takes out Triggered. When the Ace Selma Breach charge was making line of sight. Already 2 of the players gone from both these teams, and looks like no contest whatsoever, although the attackers are slowly gaining an inch to get an access in towards the side. We do see MBK, who was trying to hold in towards the breach, but will now forced to fall back in towards White Stairs, not having the information and not being attentive about that peak is going to let No Skill get that kill, putting them in the 4v3 advantage here. Yobo, Nightshade, and Ironside, only 3 operators remain on the side of defense. The pre-fire will come in, and Ironside will gladly take out Mighty Ali. It's a proximity alarm. Will go get the position. The C4 won't come in, and so does Ironside with the angle to try to take out as Coffee takes him out, and whether it is a post plant. Coming in on the side of Scam 7, Nightshades takes out No Skill, puts in a 2v2. Yobo slowly making his way in towards the armory, right from the armory stairs, slowly make his way in towards the side. Although he still needs to be careful. To be honest, though, he shouldn't need to, because Nightshade has already made his life easier, as Nani is the only operator left. He needs to be careful around one more ping. That shouldn't be much of a problem, but Nanny's here for the rescue to go for that instant refrag. And with it, XTM Riot will be the one to win that first round of defense. Second floor kids jump goes to them. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, XTM Riot, although giving Scam 7 the opportunity to go for a post plant, they will somehow win the post-plant situation coming in from Scam 7 themselves. Also, not quite sure what exactly happened. We did get to see Nightshades making some impressive plays there, 2 kills, making sure that the Legion would pass through and maybe get to the side as best as possible without the attackers holding in from any particular angles. Looks like it did work out well, although in second round there is a chance where Scam 7 might be able to win the attack round, knowing that the site is on basement, laundry, and supply room. Talking about this side, basement, laundry, and supply room shouldn't be much of a problem for the defenders to hold the site, unless and until if you give the control of boilers and blue in the hands of the attackers. If they get it, if the attackers started winning gunfights, that means XTM Riot will be in big trouble.
That came out to be quite the close round, if you ask me. XTM Riot just happened to save that round very closely. Nani, maybe if he came out with a little bit more of his skill prioritization, done better. It could have worked that out better for him, most definitely so, but looks like it'll be Yobo to save the day for the side of the defense. Right now, XTM Riot 1-0 as to where we'll be headed to into the round 2. Let's see what they have for us in store. We'll get to see the Ronnie being put into place. Actually, not. We've got the Commando back into effect from the Mozzie, of course. Got the Valkyrie coming in as well. No SAS, brothers. I think the smoke should do the job for now. Ironside, meanwhile, will be on Mamai and Trigger. Of course, the anti-projectile brothers will be into play. It's MBK going for an aggressive peek here, but wait a minute. The attackers, everybody's on this side. Might just get taken off here. Not the best of things to be doing. You're a smoke, MBK. You've got to fall back, and which you will. Very well done. Just enough time wasted, or maybe even a drone taken off there. He'll still be able to walk away with his life for himself, and I think that's the best possible outcome for him right now. And just as we happen to see rounds go by, that was quite the quick round coming in from Scam 7, if you'd ask me. So very quick with what they wanted to do, and I'm very glad that they did it. Very good plan from them, but just not good enough of a post-plan situation from their side. I still got MBK holding on to the shield, but the blitz push is coming in any moment now. They've got smokes to stop them, but maybe not. The stoppage will not happen. Look at this. The blitz train is here and is going to obliterate MBK. What? Yobo? That's not the best of things to be doing. The scoreboard lights up. There's so many bodies dropping, out of which Trigger will stay alive and get another. He's looking for more. He won't be able to find that. It's a 1v2 converted into a 1v0. Nightshades gets that kill onto Coffee. What a quick round once again, Baba, if you'd ask me. As Yobo quite definitely has a death wish coming around that second round there. I'm not sure what the Valkyrie was thinking. Pretty sure the call was made that the blitz is coming on towards that area on the rotation. The Valkyrie just... hey, let's just wing it, I guess. But hey, is this still a good round for the side of XTM Riot? They'll be able to walk away with the victory. And like I said, Baba Gusta, I think this was a pretty quick round as well. At least what I got to see from Scam 7, just too quick, getting to have that one entryway established and trying to make the push happen. With the blitz, it most definitely could have worked. But then again, I don't want to be throwing shade here. Does not come out to be the best of blitz plays with everybody. We'll be headed to kitchen and dining hall, and that is, of course, going to be the site for XTM Riot. Let's see if they can make this work.
You said Scammed 7. Apparently forgetting to, turn off their brakes. And then they'll be able to give that win to XTM Riot. Second round basement laundry, and also give them a 2-round lead on defense. Talking about round 3, the site for them to be defending will be on first floor kitchen, especially for XTM Riot. And looks like we will see some similar placements, especially Iron side. I believe he'll be playing in towards the shower side with the help of the deployable shields. Actually, there won't be any deployable shield, but instead, we'll see a total of 4 impact nades. Maybe some, vertical lines of sight being made right in towards the second floor kids' dorms and dorms room, or maybe just to make sure that if one of the attackers do decide to open up lines of sight either in towards meeting, they're just gonna make sure that the ace wouldn't, get them access. Although they would get an angle right in towards the site, they won't. They wouldn't have another, angle where they could enter in from that particular building. Although we are about to find out in the action phase itself, Yobo gonna in towards the stairs, and also Maestro already placing all of his Maestro cams. He'll be able to give information in towards construction, making sure that the attackers, the defenders would exactly know what the attackers push is going to be. The drone works will also come in to make sure that they'll be able to cover up some major grounds, and that's going to be Super Hellboy giving information for the team. Yobo with some late reinforcements right in towards the kids' dorms. There's MBK slowly making his way in towards the white stairs, particularly just holding an angle from the white stairs to make that kill. Although the first kill, it will be from Mighty Ali, taking out Triggered. Quite an unfortunate way to go down, because he was trying for a very aggressive peek to try to take out the Capitao right from the window. Unfortunately, he will be the one who's going to go down. And also, the man Triggered was making quite a lot of plays for the previous 2 rounds, but unfortunately with him taken care of, Scam 7 basically 2 or 3 more steps away to try to figure out on how to eliminate players one by one. Although talking about the players, though, you still need to be careful of Nightshads and Yobo. These 2 players have been making some miraculous plays, and looks like Coffee, without losing any time, he will proceed to open up the walls in towards the small tower wall. It will give them the access in towards dining. Now, Ironside is still in towards the showers, but yet another kill will come in, and so does Ironside with the Zalda, taking out Nanny and Super Hellboy. Super Hellboy, in which he did go in for a trade to take out one of the players. I believe that was Yobo, who is taken care of. But looks like in that 1-minute mark, we're about to find something magical.
We just might, Baba Gusta. We just might find something magical here. 3 versus 3, and anything could happen going ahead from here. We don't get to see that huge emphasis from the side of the attack in terms of how they want to be pushing this, but I really love that they're just taking their own time. I hope that they have enough time left, though. Capitao Bolt's coming in. Ironside is going to have to move his way around. That's exactly what you'd want to do. Smokes are out here. That is giving so much more work for the side of the attackers to, so much more room for them to work with. But anyways, as I happen to find my words, Coffee will find a kill meanwhile onto MBK. Nightshades is the only one left alive, and that's all onto the Legion. In a 1 versus 3 that he's got to fight in a post plan, he'll be able to find one. That's 1 body dropped. Still got to find 2 more. Nightshades onto this little mission that he's got for himself. He's going to see the attacker. That's, of course, the Capitao, ideally. He's got to be playing this right, but he's going to lose that fight. Nightshades gets his double. He knows now where the third one is. He's got to play this right in a 1v1, 20 seconds. There's plenty of things that could go wrong. Coffee, he's got the angle from above. He's looking for that counter denial. He's not got that yet. He's just waiting for the time to take down Nightshades. Not the best of decisions to be making. Scam 7. Will they be able to get this round? Yes, they will. Who's out at a black Coffee? I guess that will be the ace coming in with an amazing shot towards the end. Getting himself this advantage, that little floorboard hole that really helped him out there. Most definitely something you want to make around and move around with. Most definitely. So if I was in his place, I most definitely would have done that as well. But apart from that, very well done from the side of Scam 7. They finally will be able to put a dent in the momentum that XTM Riot was riding high on. Let's be honest here. They were pretty confident with what they were trying to pull off coming into this 3rd round. Getting to see that little attempt from Legion, Nightshades almost got that clutch for himself. Unfortunately, will not be making it happen wholeheartedly. Not this time around. We'll be seeing Sills head on to round 4, and Ash will be 6-pick from the buck by no skill. We're getting to see a very quick-paced round when it comes down to the start of it, and then we're getting that huge standstill movement in the middle of the round. I don't really blame it, but it's been a while since I've seen that kind of a trend come out in Division 2. It's just a little upsetting, maybe. I'm not sure if that is the word I'm looking for, because right now what I'm looking for is to see if Scam 7 is able to close that little gap they have for themselves and get that equalizer for themselves. Most definitely so. That is going to be a huge priority for them. They are the ones on attack. They've got to get these rounds on board, because if they don't, the second half will be all the while more punishing for them. XTM Riot still in control. Let's see if they're able to give that away to the side of Scam 7 or not, or will they be able to keep this momentum up. Round 4 with the action phase will be underway.
With Scam 7 opening up their account, winning their first attack phase, They just needs to win. They just need to bring up their momentum, keep up their pace to make sure that they could contest against XCM Riot's defense. With the action phase, we will see our attackers slowly making their way, in which one of them will be repelled in towards the windows of the connector, actually from the Dom's mail hall window to get the angle. Talking about the attackers, though, Coffee will be able to take some major, minor damage against in the hands of Ironside's MP5K. For a moment there, he went in for a very blind pre-fire, thinking that he might be able to get one as of now. The shock drone trying to take out one of the utility, and I believe she will a bit succeed trying to take out one of the specific directions, although she needs to be careful of another direction. There's a total of 2 angles being watched here, and MBK going very aggressive won't be a good idea, so it would be just best for him to just fall back and hold his angle aim towards the Drom's main hall as of now. The shock drones will be able to detect not only the small Z, but will also take out some of the utilities. We're talking about kills here. We're going to be able to see Triggered taking out no skill. Coffee will try to work out to try to open up lines of sight and also try to eliminate players, but unfortunately doesn't see the Mozzie creeping him right towards him. And looks like Scam 7 is going to be in a trouble yet again. 3v5. They haven't lost a single body as of now. But still, talking about the advantage here, Scam 7 has opened up the wall into a second floor kids' dorms. Now they just have to slowly make their way into the side. They have smoke grenades. Actually, they don't have any smoke grenades. But instead, they will have one kill. That's going to be Mighty Ali taking out Yobo. Man was going very aggressive here. Decides to go for an immediate flank watch right into towards the trophy, but he didn't get to see the one of the attackers. Not he didn't have the information of where exactly those attackers were, and unfortunately he's going to leave. He's going to lose his life at all. Talking about the time though, it is 55 seconds. We're about to see what's going to happen here. Super Hellboy taking out the ADSs. And just one, a total of 40 rounds away to see what's going to happen here. Down comes in, but it's going to be Super Hellboy. We will see the Twitch getting 2 kills with the F2. Mighty Ali gets 1, taking out MBK. And with that, Triggered will be the last man standing. Will be able to force himself to be in a post-plant situation. We did get to see XTM Riot winning these kinds of post-plant situations. Can they do it again? Knowing that Scam 7 is in the upper hand now, and the attackers are already in their position. All they had to do is just wait for the Jaeger to get into his position and then gets taken out. With that, Scam 7 will be able to win round 4. Second floor kids dorms, and they'll be able to equalize the round count, putting it 2-2. And looks like we'll be able to go for a pause timer asked on the side of Super Hellboy, which will be on the side of Scam 7. So they'll be able to go for a pause, trying to understand what exactly has been happening. And then with their ready confirmation, they'll be able to come back without having any problems at all. So the next site, my main guest will be on Basement Laundry, Foxy. Now, since we did get to see Yobo making some impressive plays, and for a moment there, I thought the full form of Yobo means you only bowl once. I don't know if that works out.
Well, since we are talking about names, I'm actually glad that I've got to share a team with a person named Yobo and Lobo at the same time. But I'm pretty sure Lobo comes out from a fictional character from DC Comics, but Yobo, I actually never really got into that conversation with him as to where his name happens to originate from. I think we'll be able to catch up on a possible interview with a player later. But hey, it was quite the round, and once again, Yobo might as well be bringing the Caveira out right now. I'm sure the audience cannot see the pick phase of the operators, but we're able to see it. And just from the looks of it, we might get to see a Cav play after a long time. You happen to think about this, Baba Gusta. When was the last time we saw a Caveira play come out in the league?
Long time ago, in a faraway galaxy, we find a Cav.
I do remember we had Gamer Syndicate play out one of the best Caveiras in the beginning of the league, that's for sure. But then again, Gamer Syndicate on another note, people throw that is now called Throw Syndicate, of course. They've been performing amazingly well for Division 3, honestly. They've had some really good performance, and I've been up to their social media handles as well. So getting to see all of that celebrations that they've been letting out, and that's really nice. It's good to see teams step up, just able to bring up the best in them. But coming back to the match in hand, of course, Scam 7 and XTM Riot, both of these teams, they do happen to share an amazing history going back into this competitive siege itself. All of these players, very old, very veterans themselves, are even if I might not call them old, I can definitely call them experienced. And you know what they say about experienced people. They definitely know what's up and what's not. So apart from that, Baba Gusta, we're heading towards this last and final week. Anything you want to share about what has been going on as to what Division Two has been offering? I had a little bit of chat yesterday with Blackjack about Division Three, while reliving moments and stuff. That hey, Division Three was like this. We got to see the new trend. What do you think about Division Two? Do we see any new trends according to you, Baba?
Mm, Talking about new trends here, I see Jet or Vyuha starting to make their own place. Although, even if you try to have a conversation with Jack, I still remember he was a lot disappointed on how Jet or Vyuha used to play. And also he was kind of surprised. Actually, we both were surprised knowing that Jet or Vyuha actually had a chance to get a spot in Division 1. But unfortunately, it did not
Oh
happen.
yes,
It looks like the opportunity did not work, and I accidentally you know
drop your pen.
chain no I actually dropped my actually never mind. So yeah, as I was talking about, yeah, on the yeah, the team Jetter we did get to
All
see
right.
some major improvement coming in from them. They actually won 3 of the matches, which if I have that information as of now, Jetter winning against Status Gaming 7-4, ESM Elite 7-5, and then winning, actually they lost against Dauntless Esports currently 7-2. But yeah, it's very surprising to see them win against Statics Gaming and ESM Elite. Although they still need to, worry about on how to go up against Kira Esports, because Kira Esports is very well, coordinated. They know the entire ins and outs of the map. So it is very difficult to inform. But for now, let's just how
Can
about we just talk about the
can I
conversation
be
at the
honest
later
with
hand.
something, Baba Gusta? I
Yeah, go
think, in
ahead, go
all
ahead.
my honesty, I don't want to be mincing words towards the finale week here. I really think Kira Esports deserved the Division One spot, but their performance was a little off. Let's be honest here. I feel like Kira Esports really happened to come down to the bottom pit of their performance. But I think we'll be talking about Division Two and the teams a little bit more while we reeling the moment. Let's get back into the game right now. That's right. The game is back into effect and resumed. We'll be getting to see the prep phase underway here. XTM Riot and Scam 7 back from exactly where we left off. No more delays, people. That's right. So, coming back to the trends I was speaking about, Baba Gusta, I think something that I would like to talk about is the fact that Division 2, it's never changed in terms of the action it gets to you, right? It's always been the bloodbath division. No matter what teams happen to play out, we've always gotten to see a different level of excitement come out when it comes back to Division 2. You might call you might call it the Titans just clashing their horns at each other. But then again, that happens to go down in Division One as well. So many upsets that came out in Division Two. It is, of course, the bridge between the top tier division and the third division, of course. So it most definitely happens to offer so much more excitement, and I think that has always been this division has most definitely been one of my favorites. Let's be honest here. Division Two does not fail to disappoint. Hopefully, this will be one of those matches as well. As right now will be underway with round 5. Like I said, the equalizer is already on to effect. Scam 7 and XTM Riot, both of them right now will be looking to see who takes the steering wheel into their own hands, and let's find that out.
Well, we're about to find that out in round 5. As we see Triggered in towards the main stairs, he will fall back in towards Baller to provide some support. This time we'll be able to see Yobo bringing in the Echo. Sad Caveira noises because we won't be able to see her as of now. For now, talking about the match at hand here, both these teams are making sure that they would win this round. And looks like Nightshades will be able to open up his account, getting his first kill, taking out Nanny this time. The Twitch won't be available, and Nightshade really needs to be careful around because he is vulnerable on those two particular angles. Gets off at the same time, but never missed the shots. The hands of Mighty Ali. The refrag will come in, and so does Hellboy, wreaking havoc, taking out Ironside. And looks like XTM Riot has already lost 2 of the players, currently gaining control in towards the freezer. Maybe Triggered has something else to say about this as he decides to push in towards the wide stairs. Although he still really needs to be careful, and so does Mighty Ali as he misses the opportunity. But still, Triggered will get that kill nonetheless. Puts it in a 3v3, an equalizer will come in. Looks like it's a game of refrags, and Super Hellboy will be able to get in his first and also gets the second, whereas Coffee takes out Triggered, and with it, the last player will be Yobo. Playing as the Echo, he has two of those Yokai drones. He still needs to waste at least 20 or 30 seconds. Looks like he will be able to give away his angle and also his positioning. A lot of pre-fires will come in from both Super Hellboy and Yobo. The only biggest question is going to win that gunfight. It is none other than Super Hellboy. 3K for the Zofia, as we will be able to see Scam 7 winning round 5 Basement Laundry. Be able to take a look at that in the instant replay and also proceed to round 6. And resuming the discussion of Division 2, I do have to agree for the fact that, you know, Division 2 acts more of like a bridge that would let the players from Division 3 have a chance to get their spot in Division 1. But, you just have to, face with, a lot of, you know, players being very good at good at strategies. They're good at gunfights. Most of the Division 3 that you might find mainly focus on winning on gunfights, whereas on Division 2 you see a lot of strategy being involved. You see their main focus on to at least opening up the walls from the beginning or try to take early picks so that they'll be able to determine at which angle where the defenders have their weaknesses on, so that they'll be able to push into the sides accordingly. Although I'm not saying that Division 3 doesn't, not all Division 3 players are going to go, blind gunfight mode. There are teams in Division 3 who still relies on strategy, which mainly likely have their highest chances to get on the top, or maybe get a spot on Division 2. But talking about Season 5, though, this is the last season. We won't be able to see any relegations nor promotions as of now. It's only determining to see who's going to be in the top of the leaderboards on both Division 1, 2, and 3. And talking about Scam 7 and XTM Riot, unfortunately, they don't have a they don't have a chance to stay in the top, but still they'll be able to prove what they are capable of. And when I said capable of, Trigger started to do his spawn peaks, taking out No Skill. The bigger discussion is, will he get the second? No, he does not. That heavy aggression will cost him his life as Mariali whips out the secondary pistol to take out Trigger. And with it, it is a 4v4, and I give the mic back to Foxy.
Well, it is indeed a 4v4. I was just going to check my internet connection. That's all right. We'll be headed back into this. It's MBK looking to find himself a possible frag. He's a little hungry. I wouldn't blame him. He's always been that, one person out bloodlusted trying to find kills. I think he's just a little sad he's not getting enough attention from the attackers this time around. Of course, the push is not coming in from Blue Bunkers, and that is exactly the reason why. Well, we've seen Coffee come out with his own breaches. That's the Selma charges, of course, coming into place. But wait a minute. Super Hellboy awfully close to sight. He won't be alive anymore. Getting taken down in that crossfire. Very well done. Ironside will be the one who will be landing that headshot onto him for now. But that was so close. He might have just been the man who could have changed the game. Like I said, might is, of course, the keyword over here. Yobo and Nightshades up and above. They're looking to make sure that the roam game, happens to come in a little bit more emphasized than they expected it to. Nani, a little confused as to where that C4 blast happened to come out from, is still looking to see who's hanging out over here. Like I said, we've come to a standstill in the middle of this round, and just a second here. There we go. I just had to myself back to my original voice. We'll be seeing Nani trying to pick up fight, but he won't be able to. He's just going to fall back. Yobo will make his move. He does not spot that attacker. He's going to move away. Ironside picks up another meanwhile onto the side. That's mighty early taken down. Nightshades, he's drawing so much attention. He might just get taken down. He's not got that engagement, not yet. Moving away on the side of garages. Asian Mines coming in just to make sure that you have the safeguard as to who's approaching. But wait a minute. Nani picks up Nightshade, and Ironside gets Coffee. That was your roamer, of course, taken out, but Nani is the only one surviving. A 1 versus 3 with 30 seconds. He's not got the diffuser as well, and he's not got his life as well. Ironside will be the one to take him down. Nani will not be surviving. XTM Riot being able to take this side of the defense really well. I would say this was a very good defensive round coming in as to what we saw on a general scale. But that is, of course, the end and the conclusion of the first half. We'll be headed to round 7 with the second half into effect, and that means the role swap will be into effect as well. We'll be getting to see XTM Riot start off on the attack, while the side of Scam 7 will be on defense. Got this equalized scoreline over here as we happen to take a look at the scoreboard. Thank you for that, Eisen. There we go. Nani on 5 frags, but wait a minute. Mighty Ali is the one who's been doing quite the heavy lifting. 8 frags in totality for him. Meanwhile, on the other side of XTM Riot, Ironside most definitely saw. We saw his name pop off quite a bit on the scoreboard. Most definitely will be the one to walk away with the highest kills, but looks like some spicy 6 picks are coming in. Melusi, that was expected, but wait a minute. The lion pick. It's been a while we've seen that. Kali has become quite the pick, just coming up in our region and the EU as well. We've seen Kali come out and on Oregon quite a bit, especially when you want to be pushing blue bunkers and stuff. But right now, I think the emphasis will be with the fuse and the line being put into effect. There's quite the operator lineup here, if you'd ask me, because you've got the Twitch being run, you've got the fuse come out as well, and there's no hard breacher whatsoever. So I'm not sure if Ironside will be able to provide the best of his capabilities. He's still got the EMPs to shut down the Melusi charges. He's still got the EMPs to shut down the ADSs and the mute jammers. But is that going to amount to anything? That's the real question, I think. We'll be headed into the action phase. We're offering the mic back to you, Babagusta, into this second half of the match.
Well, with the second half, we will see Scam 7 on defense. Super Helper really needs to be careful though, because the attackers already made a decision to start firing from his exact location, although he will survive nonetheless. But the drone works will come in, giving them the information, gets blocked out from the mute jammers, denying the attackers to have information right in towards that specific spot. Although the push from XTM Riot will be in towards the second floor kids. Actually, it's right from the master bedroom. They'll be able to, use these secondary hard breach to open it up. Talk about second breach, so you have a Yobo bringing in the fuse and that secondary hard breach to open up second floor kids. Keep that in mind that the defenders that the attackers doesn't have any hard breaches. No thermite, no fuse, actually no Hibana, but wait a minute, we already get to see a lot of gunfights being happening around here, and I believe that is XTM Riot making their aggressive push. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out well. MBK and Ironside will only be the 2 players left in that utter chaos. Right in from that push in towards the site. Looks like it did not succeed. And Scam 7 will be the one to make sure that they would hold their ground. For now, MBK and Ironside needs to figure out a way with the help of their drone works and also to use their utilities to at least take out some of the deployable shield. One of them which will be placed in towards the attic, which means that the Ash's breaching charge should go at the direct line of sight. You cannot go below to try to take it out because the wall has been, the wall is particularly a very hard wall, as I like to call it. Another Ash breaching charge will come in, but will not destroy the deployable shield. Nani will also miss the opportunity to take out the Ash. But looks like a lot of utilities has been tossed out from the attackers here. As they will reach the 1 minute mark, the push has to come in. A lot of prefaz will come in on the hands of MBK as well. And Nani, if he gets shot with 1 bullet of Ash's R4C, then that means Camp 7 will be in a big trouble.
They most definitely will be, and I think they are, in fact, a 2 versus 3 right now. Nani looking to find that kill onto MBK. He's awfully close. He's fighting off so much that his position most definitely is given away. But now the white stays push coming in from, I think that is Ironside. That is, of course, Ironside. He'll be getting the first kill onto Coffee and making his way back up top. I still got Nani waiting on side. He knows there's somebody coming around the main window. That is, of course, they allowed to walk into this or not. Mighty Ali will be able to walk away with the kill onto the Ash, but no, he walks into. Oh boy, what? Ironside gets the final frag because Mighty Ali walks onto that Claymore and Nani goes down. Talk about series of unfortunate events, and that was quite the clip. Hopefully we'll be taking a quick look at that in the instant replay. And yes, in fact, I just got the confirmation. We'll be taking a look at that. What a coincidence. We just saw Mighty Ali getting that kill, and I almost thought the side of the defense had things under control. But the moment I said that, he happened to walk into the Claymore, and I myself could look at it. I was almost about to tell him, Mighty, no, there's a Claymore in front of you. You can see the lasers. I think he was a little too adrenaline powered. Did not happen to pay his attention over there. Very, very unfortunate for the side of the defense, and it will be, in fact, all the while more better of a situation for the side of the attack to take advantage of. XTM Riot will be the ones to win that out. Ironside, well played, and mind you, that was Ironside's Claymore as well. So that kill goes out to the man himself. So Very well played. Honestly, Ironside definitely deserves to have a little bit of an applause for that one round. Definitely so. We'll be headed on to round 8, and 4-3 is, of course, the score line. And this match is getting a little bit shaky, a little bit bouncy to my liking. And let's be honest, I love that. And let's see what the action phase will be showing us.
Well, action phase is where we'll be able to determine whether XTM Riot can continue their attack phase or Scammed 7 holding their defense. And talking about their operator specs, this time we will see XTM Riot bringing in their normal picks, Yobo bringing in the ace instead of bringing in the fuse. Although the aggressive push right into a second floor kids did not work out well in their favor, they did somehow win that round, especially with that Claymore being placed on the hands of Ironside. Quite unfortunate for Scammed 7, but the show must move on. And talking about Yobo, though, he's actually thinking of going very aggressive here again into a second floor trophy. He's just going to hold an angle just for now. Maybe open up the attic wall, and also he needs to make sure that he would open up the games room as well to make sure that the attackers would have another angle of sight, so that Scam 7 needs to worry about multiple angles. Talking about the drone works, though, they will get some vital information on some of the utilities, in which one of the Melusi Banshee deterrents and also 2 of the ADSs are being placed from that exact location. And looks like the confirmation will come in as well. Yobo will be able to place one of his Salmo Breeze charge, whereas Triggered is already in. Taking out no skill, but that heavy aggression will cost him his life here. As Super Hellboy and Nani takes out both MBK and Triggered. Puts in a 4v3. This is exactly what happens when you have no information. Drones being destroyed in the hands of no skill is going to give 2 kills for the hand of Scammed 7. Not a good trade out, as I'd like to talk about it, because currently we will see Scam 7, actually XTM Riot, in a very tough spot, already taking out both the shock drone as well as the Ash's breaching charge, which would deny their capabilities to take out that deployable shield. That's exactly not what you want here, knowing that the time is ticking. And talking about time itself, they don't have much to work around. So they might figure out a way to take it out, and looks like they will. Yobo right in from the open breach wall, take out Mighty Ali. And looks like Coffee will be able to respond back by throwing his smoke grenades to make sure that the push won't come in. 1 minute left for Scam 7 to fold, and 1 minute left for XTM Riot to make their push. And Ironside actually did make a lot of shot, but somehow Super Hellboy will survive that. Looks like he'll be able to safely, fall back and make his angle in towards the white stairs. Scam 7 is really in a good spot. So it looks like XTM Riot will make their decision to go for a smoke plant in towards the games room. This is exactly what they want, but they need to have that angles being prepped here. And looks like Nightshades will be able to eliminate Super Hellboy and give them another distraction here. As it is a 2v3, make that a 2v2, as Ironside has unfortunately left the game. And let's see with that execution phase and how it's going to happen.
15 seconds and counting down to it. Yobo does get his double, but Coffee, he's looking to find that. Coffee, he's going to go down. Nightshades finds him. That's sad. That's just awfully sad. Not the best of. I guess they just did not get the coffee that they ordered. No, bad pun once again. I'm not doing that again. Never mind. I guess we'll be taking a quick look at that in the instant replay and heading back to our faces, I suppose, because we've had a disconnection. Excuse me there. We had a disconnection. We'll be waiting to Ironside to come back and join back in the lobby. So, coming back to see what we happen to see before, XTM Riot is most definitely in the lead. They've got themselves a 5-3 scoreline. They're looking to push for match point as well, and they just might be able to. 5-3 looks very good, very pleasant for them, most definitely so. But here's what's bothering me. It's a little weird that somehow both of these teams, despite what we are getting to see with the role swap happened to put into place as well, even in the first half or the second, somehow the attackers always are able to make their way onto site in a very sneaky way, just a little bit of a corner that one defender is not watching, something like that. That has been happening quite a lot. Usually you don't see stuff like that come out, especially when you have operators like Legion into play, like Melusi into play. Mostly I'm getting to see so many of these attackers just making their way onto site awfully close, just having a walk in the park and being caught off guard, of course, by one of the defenders. We've not seen one of those upsets come out yet, of course. We've not seen any of these attackers do any huge plays with the kind of moments that they've been making for sure. But hopefully, we'll be getting to see the side of the defense fix that a little bit. And I mean this for both the teams. We've gotten to see that on both the halves. Hopefully, that won't happen anymore because this is, of course, Division Two. I at least on a personal level, expect a little bit of a how do I put this? A, a, all right, there's no words how I can put this. Never mind. I'm just gonna hand over the mic to Baba Gusta. Anything you want to share, Baba? At least on how this match has been going down so far. 5-3 in the lead for XTM Riot.
Most of the matches that we're seeing right now, for a moment we always used to say that siege is always, defender sided. Most of the matches, most of the rounds that we did get to see always ends up, letting defenders win most of their rounds, whereas the attackers have a lot of problems dealing with. Although it's not the same on Oregon, though. No, I mean, I do have to agree, in a map like Oregon, there are some certain, matches that we did get to see a 7-0, sometimes a 7-3, where the defenders always have the upper hand in the first half. But in this season, though, something else is changing. And I believe I'm not only saying it's just about this match itself, I'm even talking about the next meta that we're going to talk about in the history of Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, there's a huge change is coming in. I mean, not just with the new operator specs, but also we did get to see a lot of huge nerfs. We did get to see a huge buffs, and also we did get to see the next meta coming in from the next year. That would be the mute. Instead of, placing jammers at a secluded position, he'll be able to put one of his mute jammers in his pockets. And there is high likely for a run out to happen, even if you do place your claymores or the air jabs. So it is going to be very powerful for the defenders, but also on the side of attackers, though we still haven't,
Wait, so what you're telling me, Baba Gusta, is the mute is going to have an active jammer in his
Yep.
pocket?
Hmm.
Oh boy, that is going to be one hell of a feature. Most definitely something I'm looking forward to. But on a side note, though, with the new operator coming in, I really love the shades that he has. Honestly, I would love to get a pair of them. Maybe if you could hook me up with some, Baba.
I mean, I'm already trying to make a custom goggles which says R in it, because R for Rattler, R for Rats, R square for Kira Esports.
Damn, are you
So
a
I'm
Kia
I'm, I'm
Esports
st-
fan, Baba Gusta?
actually, I mean, I have,
I mean, I always pegged you as a
UG.
Union Gaming fan. Let's be honest here.
I mean, I just wanted to make a custom goggles specifically for Kira Esports, because you always have the R squares of Kira Esports, Rats and Rattler, who always make some amazing plays, gets those early kills, and also they always used to amaze me. So, like, in order to honor them, I thought maybe I could just go to a website, try to figure out any custom goggles that you'll be able to make, try to add some R, or maybe try to make up my own, try to bring up a cardboard box, maybe just add R, use my scissors, cut it out, and just use it as a goggles to try to support Kira Esports. Maybe I'll just even put a UG goggles as well, because why not?
I mean, for sure, why not? Kira Esports does happen to sport quite the players. Let's be honest here. But on a side note, they've got good players, but not great performance this time around, and the last time around as well. If you'd ask me, not mincing my words here, just just coming out straight from this little little opinion I've got. And in fact, I happened to catch up with Rattler on a side note a few days ago. Happened to meet him in person. Could happen to share some good insights with him, and I do happen to commend as good of a player he is. But I'll be honest, man, Kira Esports has really been hitting the rock bottom for their performance. Division Two was not something I expected out of them, but now here we are witnessing Scam 7 and XCM Riot. Scam 7, I think just the way this team came into being is does happen to interest me the most. A little bit of a chat I had with Helki before the team got formed, and he was just taking opinions as to what exactly the team name should sound like. Yes, Baba, you want to say something?
Long time ago,
Uh
in a faraway galaxy,
huh.
there used to be a team named as Batrip Esports.
Oh yes,
And now, basically,
yes, they just had a bad trip.
exactly. And with it, they just, started to change a lot of rosters. They started to change a lot of teams. Although I'm not going to say that the entire, players are bad. It's just that they're very great. It's just that we get to see a lot of, players being
I'll
changed
be
up more
honest,
and more
Baba. The
often. So,
moment the moment you said that, I'll not say that the entire of the players are bad. I thought you're going to name the players that you think are bad out of them, but
no,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
to be
It's
honest,
all
I To be honest, I don't actually play well in the game of Rainbow Six Siege. So yeah, most of the time, every single time I see most of the players playing in any of the tournaments, they always surprise me because of them. I start to learn more about the game and just try to understand how to play and how not to play, and then just try to use those kinds of plays, and I try to use it. It actually does work. So, I mean,
But
if I
yes,
had to give,
on a rather side note, to everybody out there as well, it's no matter how much me and Baba Gusta happen to talk about anybody, there's no favoritism, or there is just nobody that we are trying to let down at the same time. It's just all fun and games out here. Just something we want to let out. Talk about the players that have been playing in the league for so long now, Baba. You happen to think about it. Two
Mhm.
leagues back to back. We've had all of these amazing players come out and just brighten every single day of our lives. At least I happen to come down and sit on this chair. I know exactly what I'm going to cast, and this match especially, Scam 7 and XTM Riot, most definitely an exciting one that I was looking forward to. But right now we're just getting more information from our admins, and looks like we'll be going into a little bit of a break, people. It's taking a little longer than expected to get the connection done and whatnot. I think we'll be getting the details later. Right now, I just want you guys to go ahead, grab some Coke, get some popcorn, and get yourself seated, because we'll be resuming soon with this action. Of course, the Rainbow Six Siege action on your screens in just a bit. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with our broadcast partner, Booyah. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta. I'm sure we've done this quite just a while ago, I'm sure. But now we're back here with a little bit of a break that I'm sure took a little longer. My apologies once again, but now we're here, finally, back with the XTM Riot and Scam 7 match. That's exactly where we left off. 5-3 was the scoreline. So let's not waste any more time and get into the game. Let's join the players in the prep phase right now. Of course, this will come out to be the second half of the match where we see XTM Riot taking a very good advantage right before we went out of that break. XTM Riot definitely came out with quite the performance. Even with a little man count that they had, they were always able to work around stuff. They were always able to move around stuff, and that's what you get to see out of them. Very well played by XTM Riot. Will they be the ones to get match point for themselves or not? That's the real question now. Scam 7, they've got a very good excuse me, they've got a very good roster. They've got very good opportunities, but I think they're just lacking somewhere here and there that is just not being able to let them make that build up for the 2 rounds that they lack right now. But coming back to what I was trying to say, with this little bit of a strategic break kind of that Scam 7 has got for themselves, in disguise, let's say the strategic break did come in disguise from the side of XTM Riot for Scam 7. They'll be able to make sure that rethink, rediscuss, re-brainstorm, I guess, their strategies and just exactly what they want to be planning out and playing out over here. Hopefully that'll come out to play well. But wait a minute, there's a sneaky defender out there and the top of the stairs. I'm not sure who that is. Quickly, Eisen is gonna get that camera on him. There you go. No skill is the man. He's looking for a kill, which he'll. No, that's a shotgun. I thought he's got the scorpion in hand. Not the best of fights to be picking at that range. He's not done even a little bit of damage. I wouldn't really blame him, but hey, the pistol in hand is not the best thing now. He's got the shotgun in there. You got the nomad. Goes out Nightshades. Good night, man. It's not something you wanted to be doing. And now everybody's just on to this one Ella. He's got to be pushing. But the pre-fires are coming in from the Ella as well. Nobody wants to push her. But awfully close. She knows exactly where all of these attackers are converging. He's wasting so much more time. Nightshades is doing quite the work, but not for long. He'll get shut down eventually. That's 4 man onto 1. No way. He's walking away out of that alive. Unless, of course, we did see a little bit of a upset come out from the Maddie. He's lost a lot of HP in that a little bit of endeavor himself. And looks like Maddie's joined them just now. Still got Mighty Ali looking for a kill, and he's going to spot one. Just see the drone. He's just going to fall back. Does not want to engage right now, at least not for the moment. A minute and 20 remaining. We see Mighty Ali still trying to take this fight. He's got the SMG-11 in hand, or he's not going to win that. There you go. He's going to lose it. Like I said, gonna go down. Maddie goes down as well. Meanwhile, from the side of Nani and MBK will come in with a refrag on the Nani right back in. The Ash making the push from the main stairs. It's 3 versus 2, and Coffee and Super Hellball, the only ones left alive. It's of course coming down to a little bit of a difficult defense for the side of Scam 7. Once again, they've got to make sure they win this triggered. Missing quite a few shots on that Melusi. She'll not be missing any of them. Super Hellboy gets that kill right away. I still be looking to see this 2 versus 2 turn out into something good, something ugly. That's of course these 40 seconds left for them to decide. Coffee comes up with one of his gas canisters, just trying to fend off MBK, but he's taking none of it. He's already in the safe zone. He's not got to breed any of that toxic canister. But wait a minute, the smoke, not the best of moves to be making. Coffee goes down. He got a little too overexcited, I think. Diaz just made sure she played her role very well. Excuse me there once again. Coming back to this 2 versus 1, Super Hellboy is taking so many shots, and MBK does the job. Like I said, the Ash playing her real role really well with the patience that she tried to bring in. As actually, you know what? I'll just hand over the mic to Baba Gusta. I'll just have a sip of water and try and get my vocab back up. But meanwhile, it is of course XTM Riot who will be taking match point for themselves. It'll be on round 10 where we headed to. They've got themselves a very good lead, 6-3, and of course the scoreboard is not evident of what has gone down so far with the Rios coming into place. But it is, of course, XTM on match point and in full control.
Scammed 7, not looking the best of things. Couldn't be able to win at least one of their defensive rounds in the second half. We do get to see MBK and Yobu starts eliminating players one by one, especially if the Ella still had the opportunity to waste a lot of time here. Just keep that in mind. that the attacker didn't had any frag grenades. They only had flashbangs. The flashbangs could have worked out to blind the blind the defender for a certain amount of time, then head in for the push to eliminate him, knowing that it is a shotgun operator. The only thing that can be able to counter it is to make sure that he wouldn't have sights on the attackers. Although we won't be able to see that being happen, and neither does the defenders winning their specific round. So this time we won't be able to see an Ella being brought up, but instead we will see Nani bringing in the Vigil, the K1A submachine gun, the SMG-12 secondary, or maybe the CZ, which has a good damage and also a decent fire rate. Doesn't beat the fire rate of SMG-12. Does the moderate amount of damage. All that gun needs is that one headshot out of a total of 40 bullets. I mean, it's twice as big as SMG-11, as I like to call it. But focusing on the match as of now, the blue bunker push will come in from XTM Riot. Looks like it will be a very full force aggression here. Yobo decides to use those Ace Salmo Breeze charge to make lines of sight, in which they are not going to waste any time at all. The first slit won't give an angle, but the second slit will give them an entryway in towards supply room to be able to work quite a lot of angles in towards Freezer. Although it would be best for XTM Riot to make sure that they would clear Freezer and also make sure that near breach players are isn't holding an angle waiting for a trap to set up. Talking about traps, Mighty Ali will do exactly that. Taking out Maddie, this time taking out the Thatcher is vital. The C4 will come in, doesn't work out well, but the first kill will come in as well. Taking out MBK and Shad Z. And also Yobo puts in a 5v1, make that no v1. As Scam 7 be able to hold their ground, making sure that the aggressive plays from XTM Riot will not happen. And whether they'll be able to win round 10 Basement Laundry. Alas, no matter how many, after a total of 3 defensive rounds going in the favor of XTM Riot, 3 attacking rounds going in the favor of XTM Riot, Scam 7 will try to make some amends, winning Basement Laundry, halting out the aggressive plays that XTM Riots did. Although on round 11, it's going to be a difficult one, unless and until XTM Riot decides to, come back to their senses, start attacking like how they were attacking in those previous 3 rounds on the second half. But talking about Scam 7, though, they have a chance. And since knowing that they did break up some of XTM Riot's momentum, they could use it into their advantage. 6-pick will come in from Nani, switching from the smoke to the frost. And with it, match point is still in for XTM Riot. And talking about Scam 7, they still have 2 more chances to get back in the lead.
Now that I think about it, Baba Gusta, have you ever happened to come around playing the game Serious Sam? So that could have been an alternative name for Scam 7. Wait, I forgot what I was trying to say. Never mind. I think I was trying to say Serious Scam. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But anyway, Scam 7 is still a good name, I guess. I think we're still in that little phase where we're still discussing what names best fit the roster. But no, then again, just some internal jokes. I hope Alki does understand what I'm trying to throw off here. But not wanting to offend anybody and heading back into this match, which is, of course, still in the match point for XTM Riot. They'll be the ones in full control, but not for long. That might be the case. Or is it not? Scam 7, they managed to get around. Just put a little bit of a dent in the momentum that XTM Riot got for themselves, of course. And like I said, that little break that they got for themselves, getting Maddie back into this game, Scam 7 most definitely got a very good strategic timeout for themselves into making amends and just having to rearrange stuff as to what is going wrong and just make sure they get a few rounds in. That's what I'm getting to see from them. XTM Riot, they've got to come in with the best that they have. If they don't, it will come out to bite them in the back, because this is looking a whole lot like we might just get pushed into overtime. Of course, there's 2 whole rounds separating us from that. But then again, it'll come down to so many more decisions, so many more variables that we'll have to look out for. Super Hellboy looking to make sure this game happens to come out in his advantage, but there's somebody watching this area. That is, of course, Nightshades. He's come out with this nomad charge, and that's why the air jab is going to prevent him from coming around. Just that aggression will be stopped for now. No skill. Looking to make his push from Zulu. Is still not got his call to make that push yet. No skill. Very patient, and the patient might just pay off for him. Is Nightshades coming around the corner? Yes, he is. No skill. He's very poised. He's ready to take the skill for him, and which he will, people. Easiest skill of his life, I believe. Just patience, people. Patience pays off. That's right. Still got ourselves a 4 versus 5. Looking at this, a little bit of a 2-4 that has been going down. We've got my Ali. I see for unfortunate. Getting shot down mid-air. So it looks like the reflexes are on point from the side of XTM Riot, but there's somebody up creeping right below the stairs. And that is going to be very scary if XTM does not take care of it. That is no skill once again. He's gotten the first frag. He's looking to find more. But right now, XTM is very busy getting the utilities getting taken care of on site. 4 versus 5 and no lives lost after the first one. We just saw come out and 50 seconds left. It's gonna boil down to a very huge bloodbath. At least that's what I'm expecting out of it. No skill. Still running around, walking around. I'm not sure what no skill is doing. Hopefully it will come out to help him towards the end, and it just might trigger. Looks the wrong way, and no skill walks away with the headshot to make sure he gets one, and ideally gets one more. The ace falls as well. It's a 1 versus 5 all of us. Favor for Scam 7. Where is Matty? He's left alone. And he's left alone. Yeah, that's what it is. He's gone, man. Scam 7. Flawless round and a flawless execution of defense coming out from them. And like I said, Baba Gusta, this is looking so much like we might just get hit into overtime because XTM Riot, despite them sitting on match point, they're not able to get that executed. That conversion onto the final round is just not happening. They'll still be the ones to sit on match point, but hey, let's just put it this way, sitting on that for too long is going to bite them in the back for sure. Scam 7 is coming around to really give them a taste of their own medicine, and that might just be the case. We might just go to overtime.
Well, overtime is exactly what Scam 7 needs. Looks like they just figured out a way, inducing fear to their opposition side, bringing in some unpredicted plays in which no skill will be able to get those 2 kills and undetected and unprecedented, as I like to call it. But talking about this round itself, we're back in the round of ones, ladies and gentlemen. Scam 7, 1 round to put this match in overtime, and 1 round for XTM Riot to win this match. Talking about is operator specs here from Scam 7. We will see 2 of the heavy anchor operators. Mighty Ali bringing in the Echoes, Yokai's drones, and also Nani bringing in the Maestro's evil eye cam. That's a good amount of information being given, not from inside the site, but also, nearby the site, which would be in towards construction, showers, even on main stairs as well, in which the Yokai drones would be much more of an agile utility, as I like to call it, because it is a yokai drone. It will give some viable information and also have the authority to disable any plant coming in on the side of the attacker. This is exactly what they need. But for now, talking about this match point itself, XTM Riot needs to make sure that they would put a stop to Scam 7's tracks once and for all. If they do not, if they won't win this round against Scam 7, then that means they've already given Scam 7 a chance to get this match back up on their feet. They should, and talking about the attackers, they need to make sure that they shouldn't do that. Who knows, maybe Scam 7 might be able to bring in some unprecedented plays, just like in the previous round though. 3CMBK is slowly making his way in towards the construction. I believe the push will definitely happen in towards dining. And here comes Super Hellboy with his aggressive plays. The C4 might cost him 2 lives, in which Hellboy will claim 1, taking out MBK, and will safely return back. The Fuse's cluster charge will be very dangerous, knowing that a lot of utilities has been taken out, and also that vertical on this side has been used both at the same time. Although Yobo cannot see where exactly his location is, he needs to make his way in towards the construction to open up the wall in towards the small tower, which connects in towards the dining room, so that they'll be able to go in for the plant without dealing any problems. Although they don't have any smoke, and neither does the information, in which Nani, a beautiful use of the Maestro cams to deny the exothermic charge. The pings will come in which the Thatcher shouldn't have any problems using his EMPs. Where is he though? Yeah, there you go. He's at the top. He's just giving them the information. The EMPs will come in as well, which would disable the Maestro's EMP and also take it out. It shouldn't have much of a problem. They will open up the walls, which will slowly make its way into a for dining. But the main problem is that they have to clear out nearby sites, which is in showers and also on kitchen. This would have worked out if they had a smoke grenade and also try to take out the utilities. But that prone push from Maddie was ill-advised, and with its Camp 7 will take things into consideration. It is a match point here for XTM Riot, as the fuse cluster shots will come in to try to push away the defenders. And talking about time, it is not that much. Triggered will take out Hellboy as he decides to go for the push. That push won't be able to win, and so does Coffee, giving him the angle, taking out Nightshaz. And with it, Yobo will be the last man standing in towards construction. He needs to find 4 players on the side of Scam 7. They look determined, they look confident. They're making sure that they would get this match back on the road. This is exactly what Scam 7 needs. Or will we see Yobo destroying their dreams in just 20 seconds? We're about to find that out. That pre-fast coming in, and also Scam 7 making sure that they would not make any reckless decisions and leave it in the hands of No Skill. There you go, No Skill. Taking out Yobo will give them the win for Team Scam 7. And also, we'll be able to see overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Round 13. Overtime is in play. 6-6 is the score line. We're going to be seeing Scam 7 on defense. Let's see who's going to be on the lead as of now. Will it be Scam 7 or will it be XTM Riot? We're about to find out in round 13.
No Skill, more like yes skill. Very well done, I guess. We'll be headed to round 13 and overtime. This has always been a possibility. Like I said, Baba Gusta 2 rounds ago, and here we are staring into the face of OT. Quite the performance from Scam 7. We've got to give it to them. They've come out with a very good performance here. We will be headed to overtime, and now essentially, if you look at it, for me, the scoreboard is 0-0 because right now both of these teams have gotten themselves a fresh start. Whoever happens to sit on match point first will be the one to take advantage into their own hands. Scam 7 will be looking to make sure they get that for themselves, and so will XTM Riot for themselves as well. So just as these things happen to come out to be, there's so many variables I think we are not able to see out here from our perspective, but so many things are going wrong on the side of XTM Riot. Just not able to close that little gap between what is lacking and what is needed to shut down Scam 7. Hopefully they'll be able to make amends to that going ahead from here, but I think that ship has already sailed because the match point has already gone away. But worry not, you still got another chance at it. Let's just look at it this way. XTM Riot can still make amends to it. They can still get themselves a match point. They can still win this match. But then again, there is a huge if moment out there. And I'm sure everybody's going to be real sad, all the XTM supporters, that they got match point, just could not finish it off then and there. Right now, it most definitely will be eyes on them and so many hopes on them as well. Let's see if they come out to satisfy those hopes or not. Maddie, the man of the hour right now, of course, will be making his push towards the side of the attic, of course. That is not the attic, excuse me, that's the bedroom. We'll make sure he makes his way there while Triggered has already gone inside Armory. You know, just the way I see the side of the attackers taking control this quickly might just come out to be fatal for them. There you go. Valkyrie cam went unnoticed over there. Nightshades did get a kill onto Super Hellboy, and that is your Malusi taken off the board. Won't be able to make those plays anymore, but Super Hellboy, he's already gone down. Mahdi Ali waiting to make the C4 play happen with the Valkyrie cams giving away information to his teammates, of course. Maddie, he's gotten one of the Selma breaches hole for him to work with. Mighty Ali, not the best of things to be doing with a shotgun. There you go, SMG-11 in hand. And no, the Valkyrie's going to lose this. That is, of course, the first kill for Maddie to open up here. He's looking for more. The Goyo shield's being popped off and MBK is down meanwhile. Not sure where that came out from. Must have been that impact. No, it was the C4, of course. No Skill does walk away with the kill, and that came out from the flank. He gets a double. All right, like I said, No Skill, more like yes, Skill. He's gotten himself 2 kills and maybe puts Camp 7 back into effect and back into action over here. 3 versus 3, equalized man count, a minute and 20 remaining. Maddie still looking to find himself this kill. He's got so many pre-fires coming in. There's no contest whatsoever to help him over here with the crossfires. I don't really blame him. The one-man army is enough for the man, but you don't want to get too confident over there in a position like that. You've still got to hold strong, stay strong, and get these kills on board. Pre-fires being exchanged here from Coffee and Maddie. They're really not finding each other. They're only scraping each other's shoulders for now. They've still not got anybody doing anything yet. Let's be honest here. Yobo awfully close to this Selma breeze that he happened to make for himself. I don't think he's got any more charges left to make that a vaultable hole. Maybe he does. Triggered. Still looking to make this push from the side of the main window. We have not got any action coming in, people. There we go. The Selma breaches will pop off, and the Thatcher nades are coming in as well. The EMP is most definitely helping them, but Coffee is going to be looking at the main window any moment now. He's got so many angles to watch out for. No skill. His vision's blocked. He's coming into the pre-fire, but he's got to reload at some point, and that point is now. Yobo sticking the plan. There's no C4 into effect, and that means no denial will come onto the play. But Maddie, he's going to get mighty early. No skill gets Yobo. That's going to be the play of the day, people. He gets a quad. Is he up for the ace? He's finding it. Triggered. He'll be on the side. He'll get the first one. He's still got to find two more. The Twitch in hand. The F2. A very good gun to get this clutch done, but not enough time and not enough man count to find out here. Triggered. It'll just be a sad day for XTM Esports. Scam 7 walk away, and quite literally, so I can already hear the background music playing if Scam 7 happens to win this match over on from here, because they're the ones on overtime match point. That's right. The tables have just turned in the favor of this team, people, and now they'll be the ones on attack while XTM Riot goes back to defense, and the site is going to be the same one. Kids Doms and Doms main hall, and this is going to be the round that'll decide it all. The decider round as to where this match is supposed to go ahead. Let's see what happens.
All right. No skill with the plays, ladies and gentlemen. 2 back-to-back plays from No Skill, making sure that they would be back in the game, and looks like they are back indeed. Talking about round 14, though, there is still a chance for XTM Riot to put this match back at the decider round, which is on round 15. Don't want to see that to happen, though. But talking about Scam 7's attack phase, not looking too good in the first half, I believe. Second floor kids, Doms still was in favor of XTM Riot, but we did get to see them. Do have to apologize over there. Scam 7, winning their second floor kids jumps without having any problems. They did try to adapt to the situations right on round 4. But although talking about Scam 7, all eyes are on them, and also all eyes are on No Skill 2. They'll be the one bringing in the Ash. The only question is, will we see Scam 7 making some aggressive plays? I don't think so, because you have Coffee bringing in the thermite this time, and Triggered thinking of making sure that they would get this advantage here. Going for that spawn pick right in towards construction site spawn. Unfortunately, he won't be able to find anything, so he's just going to fall back as of now. He will make it, and he will slowly make his way in towards the vice chest, try to play exactly what No Skill did. Playing the flank watch, or maybe playing the flank, as I'd like to call it. I believe that was a run-out coming in on the side of one of the defenders. Fortunately, doesn't get the kill as of now. Will fall back. Talking about Scam 7, though, they have a lot of pressure, though. Talking about the thermite, which will in fact wouldn't have any problems blowing up the wall in towards games room. They do have to worry about is MBK already in so low on HP, though. With that pre-fire being displayed here from the F2, somehow MBK survives, and looks like he won't be able to make any aggressive plays as of now. He cannot go in for a reset as well, as the shock drones will destroy some of the ADSs to make sure that the nade plays from the attackers will come in. And talking about nades, though, they don't have any frag grenades, but they need to worry about that flank watch. Trigger gets one. Trigger gets another. Taking out the Twitch while he was using the shock drone to give them information. No, this is not looking too well here, as the flank watch from Scam 7 isn't appearing. Coffee gets one, but Maddie will be here for the refrag. This all goes down to a 2v4 gunfight here. No Skill, and Mighty Ali needs to make a play, in which he will evidently do, taking out Nightshades. And looks like they'll be able to equalize around here. 2-2. 2 in which both of them are in towards the side. The drone works will give them information. Looks like not that much, though. The deployable shield will be destroyed in the hands of the Ashes breaching charge, and looks like Maddie is going to win it, forcing himself in a 1v2 spot. Maddie Ali going for an aggressive peek, but unfortunately it won't work out. In the end, we will see XTM Riot falling back, making sure that they'll be able to equalize the round. Round 14, second floor kids dom goes to them. And looks like we are at the final round, ladies and gentlemen, round 15. As we take a look at the scoreboard, 12 kills for No Skill, and 6 kills for Triggered on the hands of XTM Riot. For a moment there in the second half, I was about to say that the flank watch from XTM Riot wasn't that great in attack. The same thing can be said to Scam 7 as well on round 14. Looks like less amount of information is giving both of these teams quite a lot of a hard time. But who knows? Maybe in this final round, we'll be able to determine who's going to win this match. Is it going to be Scam 7 on defense, or is it going to be XTM Riot on attack? We're about to find out with the site being on basement laundry.
This is it, Baba Gusta. This is it. This round is going to decide who's the victor for this match. If Scam 7 happens to walk away with this victory, it'll be a story they'll be telling their children, of course. What a comeback that they've come around with. Quite the scoreline that we happen to see, that XTM Riot was sitting on match point against them. They happened to make that amazing push, just come around, let that push to overtime. They were the ones to sit on match point, and right now, both of them just at an equal distance of just grabbing the victory points for this match. It's quite the match we've gotten to see today, Baba Gusta, if you think about it. Very, very interesting stuff from both these teams. But right now, I think Scam 7 is most definitely going to be giving all that they've got for themselves. They've tried too hard for getting this victory for themselves, and XTM Riot, it just should not be losing, of course, with everything that has been going around. It'll be a bummer if they come out to lose. And all right, let's just face it. It'll be a bummer for either of these teams if they lose. They've come out this far, and that's why this round happens to raise the stakes so much more for both these teams and for us as the audience as well. We'll come down to a very interesting outtake. The smoke with the FMG in hand. Oh, this will be one hell of a round that we'll be getting to see. Toxic gas canisters already out. Getting to see the first one being popped. The Capcan traps are coming in as well from Nani, and that means XTM Riot is going to have to be careful about it. MBK coming in with a little bit of a drone work for himself. We've still got Yobo making his way back on the top of the back stairs, of course. That is on the tower. Maddie, meanwhile, with his EMPs, he's just making sure that enough presence is being felt over here on the side of blue bunkers. You don't want the defense to feel a little bit too free for themselves here. Coffee, I'm not sure if he tried to shoot the ash charge over there. He's just going to fall back and get that reinforcement done. Nani, meanwhile, does walk away with the frag, and Maddie has gone down. Triggered gets one more, gets a double. Wait a minute, where did Triggered come out from? The F2 in hand. The Twitch has made his way on the solar tower once again, solar wall rather. And like I talk about it, some of the attackers are finding a little sneaky spot to just walk in, and they're doing it. And you've seen this trend quite a bit in this match. It looks like Triggered will be finding himself on the upside of it. Right now, the drone works back into effect. A minute and 30 remaining. It's a 3 versus 4 with XTM Riot in full control, or maybe not. You still got 1.5 minutes left. That Scam 7 maybe could make some amends to it. Right now, it's all for this 1 minute and 60 seconds. That'll be the decider of it all, people. Smoke canisters are coming in a lot. So much toxic gas that the attackers are just not able to breathe. They've just got to move around. But Triggered, he's gone for the run and looked at the wrong direction. 3 versus 3 back into effect. Coffee gets that kill. Gladly so. Not be allowing anybody to enter side, but this C4 does not make a play. You've got Yobo on side. He gets refragged right back in. The plan is going down still. You got the shotgun in hand, and he will connect. My deal, he gets it. My deal, he's a little confused. Meanwhile, the Zofia was able to walk away with another frag. Where is this coming out from? Nightshade, the only one left alive. It's a 1 versus 2 that he's got to fight against. Or no, it's a 1 versus 1. No skill is down. My deal, he's got to play this right. He's got to get this clutch in if he wants to. He had a moment to perform, but he really failed to perform, coming on to that little split second of him going for the weapon change. And right now, Nightshade's all eyes on him. He's very ecstatic. He's looking to see where Mighty is coming from. No, he's made some noise in the barbed wire, and now Mighty knows exactly where he is, but he'll not be surviving that. Nightshades gets it. XTM Riot, no matter what it is, no matter how far you take them, they'll still be walking away with the victory, and that is what it is, people. XTM Riot will be getting this hard-fought victory in all its truest sense, in all its truest glory. What a match. Maximum overtime, and it is still XTM Riot that walk away with the win.
Not sure. Oh boy. That was pain. I mean, it's just Mighty Ali just had that chance. He just accidentally fat fingers himself, switches from the SMG-11, thinking that he wasn't near at the plant. If that shotgun did land the shot, did take out the Zofia, that would have given Scam 7 a victory against XTM Riot. But unfortunately, Ah, oh, what a sad way to, see Scam 7 lose in a very such close quarter, instances. I'd like to talk about it. But hey, in the end, we will see Trigger making some amends, getting those two, great early frags for the past two overtime rounds, which is on round 14 and 15. But how about we'll just talk it in a beautiful segment called as Relive the Moment. Talk about the stuff, talk about the highlights, and we talk about the entire match history and what exactly happened here. So basically, starting off with these two teams, it was like playing fire with fire. Basically, when I say fire with fire, it means aggression going up against aggression. We did get to see some aggressive peaks, which was ill-advised from both these teams, like even on both attackers as well as on defensive side. Although we didn't get to see, runouts or spawn peaks, it was just waiting for the attackers to make their push so that the defenders could make theirs to try to contest against them, try to get at least one kill so they'll be able to go for the refrag. Although coming into the refrag games, we did get to see XTM Riot winning a lot of refrag games and also making sure that they would stay on the top when it comes to having that man count potential. Although we did get to see XTM Riot start to lose more of their rounds, especially in round 3 and round 5, where Scam 7 started making their play, started making sure that they'll be able to get their feet back up, especially Coffee holding that vertical on the side is exactly what they needed to get that win. And then afterwards, guys, Scam 7's win starts to skyrocket, winning both second floor kids, Dom and basement laundry with that impressive coordinated push coming in towards Freezer and Big Tower stairs when the site was on basement laundry. Although it didn't work out again on round 6, where XTM Riot did understand what Scam 7's motives were, and they started eliminating players one by one, especially when Trigger started making that aggressive, actually I wouldn't say aggressive plays, I would say some flank watches that they didn't get to look at. Actually they did not. Actually, to be honest though, it was No Skill who was playing as Jaeger in the second half. I do have to apologize for that. But talking about these instances, we did get to see some of the clutches being made in match 2, especially in the first round second floor kids doms, where XTM Riot did make a miraculous 2v3 clutch, I believe, which one of them was from Yobo, and Yobo and Nightshades were the only two players remaining. It's an impressive clutches. Although the same thing cannot be said to Scam 7. They had their clutch opportunity and they missed it, which was in the last round. Although talking about that second half, we did get to see XTM Riot continuing their aggression, especially winning their clutch rounds as well on the hands of Ironside, winning a 2v4 situation. It's not a very easy situation to win a 2v4 situations like these. But it looks like Scam 7 had a lot of problems, and they made sure, yes, we made a problem. How about we just start fixing on it? How about we start to adapt to situations and try to understand what their motives were? And just like I said, the aggression coming in from both these teams were sometimes too aggressive, especially sometimes we did get to see them overpicking, sometimes we do get to see them getting into close range combat as best as possible, as fast as possible, so that you would have the higher chances of getting those kills. Although we did get to see Scam 7 making sure that they would fight back, put themselves into overtime match point in 6-6, with No Skill making some impressive plays 3 times in a row. And again, the main problem for XTM Riot was that they didn't have flank watch. Even with the player claymores being placed at the specific spot, they didn't expect a Jaeger pushing in from the main stairs. And when I thought XTM Riot were the ones who've been making those mistakes, looks like Scam 7 also made the same mistakes as XTM Riot did on round 14. No flank watches. It was just mainly focusing in towards the side. They're mainly focusing on opening up the walls. They haven't, figured out any situations to eliminate the roamers on the side of any particular teams. And they start having those kinds of problems. I hope that in the next match they'll be able to fix those mistakes. Make sure that they would bring in some flank watches so that it does not happen. Also, we did get to witness No Skill making an impressive quad kill in round 13. Very impressive play from him, but unfortunately, that's basically all that he could have done at at those specific rounds. Other than that, it was just a huge disappointment, as I like to call it, on round 15, where Nightshades did get the information via the barbed wires, and all he had to do is just get a beautiful shot at the opposition team and also get a win for XTM Riot. With it, XTM Riot will be able to win their first win, after losing quite a lot of matches though. Although the negative round conversion won't be the same, it was currently they were on negative 28. Now it will be negative 27. Just it's just that 1 point. But yeah, talking about it, I mean, it is a good thing for XTM Riot because they will make sure that they would stay in seventh spot, whereas Scammed 7 unfortunately will be in the last position. But we still have one more match to go, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Status Gaming going up against ESM Elite, and the map is going to be on Consulate, a very interesting map, a very exciting map. We just can't wait to cast those matches. For now, we're just going to take a short break and we'll be right back after this.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with our broadcast partner, Booyah. That's right, I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is my co-host and caster, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Eisen. And we are here witnessing the final match for today in Division 2. That's right. This is, of course, the finale week as well for Season 5 of the Pro League. Mind you, people, that does happen to be the key word nowadays. So, right now, coming back to the match in hand, Statics Gaming versus E-Samurai Elite. It's going to be one hell of a match, don't you agree, Baba Gusta?
I mean, absolutely, Fox. And just like I said, the map will be on consulate. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us head on into the ban phase, where ASM Elite will be the one starting off. Now, talking about the ban phase here on map consulate, you don't require to, eliminate some of the hard breaches. Maybe you might require it. And so there's a higher chance of them banning the main important operators. So, for an example, there might be a jackal ban, or maybe a particular ban which requires to have good aggression. Talking about it, ESM Elite will decide to ban the Ash at a moment's notice. So, no more of a total of 3 breaching charges, giving good amount of denial of deployable shield. So Statics Gaming will decide their own bans, taking out the Blackbeard. Keep that in mind. The Thatcher and also most of the hard breaching operators are still available, so they still have an opportunity to, you know, get some kills as best as possible. For now, let's talk about the defending ban phase. And looks like Statics Gaming will decide to ban the Goyo. Quite understandable. You don't want to have a total of 2 Vulcan shields holding one particular angle with a total of numerous amount of utilities that would be caught off or just destroyed in the hands of Jaeger's ADSs or my magnet nades. So they'll just destroy, they'll just disable, I mean, they'll just take out the main threat of the problem, which would be the Goyo. And in the end, we'll be able to see ESM Elite banning the Melusi, and with it, that would be the end of ban phase. So we won't be able to see any denial operators ban, because since the map is consulate, you heavily requires a lot of need kills. You do require a bit of the aggression denial coming in from the defense. So they decided to ban the Melusi. But for now, let's just introduce the rosters. On the side of Team Statics Gaming, you have Kuntal, Royce, Super Phantom, Lame Jokes, and X10. And on the side of Team ESM Elite, we have Paktoon Kid, Misamo, Mike, Vinci, and Dhanu. I'm just quite surprised there. I didn't get to see Vinci in a reverse order, because I actually took around 10 to 20 minutes trying to understand if it's a numerical number or something else. But for now, talking about the side, it will be on second floor console, office, and meeting room as we proceed to the first round.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
We will be proceeding to the first round. I guess I had a little bit of a lapse of my internet over there, but I think I'm back now. There we go. Yep, everything's amazing. I can see everybody out here getting the prep phase underway. And I think it's a good refresher. We're getting to see Consulate quite a bit. But a map that I haven't seen in a long time is Coastline. I guess it will come around, maybe. Hopefully it will come around. But right now, the match in hand, let's talk about that. Statics Gaming and ESM Elite. They've got these players play around quite a bit before, and all of them very experienced in their own rights. I've talked about this about many players, but then again, that is what Division 2 comprises of. People, everybody just at the top of their own game. We'll be getting to see the prep work already being put into use here. The Frost comes out with the match that she's got for herself, but wait a minute, X10, he's lost so much HP. I think Paktoon Kid, that he came in with a little bit of a, more than just a little bit of a spawn peak. X10, just a little too irresponsible if you'd ask me. I don't think Paktoon Kid knows he's walked away with it down onto him. That's why he's just going to fall back and not re-engage on that fight. But X10 will need some picking up to do. Right now, that is happening. Paktoon Kid looking to see if... I guess he just does not like those speakers. There we go. He's just going to take care of them. Meanwhile, Super Phantom will make sure Misamo enters the Phantom zone, takes him out. None of that will be coming in, at least not for the moment. A 5 versus 4, very early kill if you'd ask me. So Misamo really got sent to the Phantom zone quite literally too early into this match. And just the way we happen to see this, 2 minutes left and the prone peak comes in. Oh boy, that is very cheeky from Mike. A very cheeky thing to do, let's be honest here. The Legion getting spotted out from the drone. He's got to be careful. The rappel might just work in their favor, and by there I mean the attackers, of course. It'll come down to a very interesting firefight. Right now, Mike trying to establish a crossfire with his teammate. I think his teammate has fallen back, of course. You don't see that re-engagement come out, at least not yet. But here's Kuntal to pick up a kill of his own. Pakhtun Kid will be the one to fall down. Pakhtun Kid, very notorious of a player. He's finally going to get shut down, but looks like I'm having a little bit of a lapse of my own feed. Baba Gusta, would you please hop onto the mic for me? Thank you.
Talking about this first round itself, we are proceeding to the mid rounds where we see already two of the players on the side of ESM Elite taken care of. And looks like Status Gaming only lost Royce, who actually did try to go in for an inverted rappel in towards meeting. And looks like Status Gaming is trying to pressure that exact same spot so that could go in for the plant. Keep that in mind. If they have that control in towards meeting, it's all gone. But Mike will be able to get another kill. And also the diffuser's being dropped in towards meeting. That would force Status Gaming to pick up the diffuser to hopefully they could go for the plant. So it looks like the Zofia will be the one to rappel back in and also go for an inverted rappel again in towards the meeting window. Danu again making sure that he would provide as good amount of distractions as possible. Lame jokes, we need to be careful on that specific angle, knowing that the Frost is still in towards meeting and the Jaeger is still covering the angle right in towards the long desk. That push needs to happen, so they'll be able to go for a very quick road, but it's not going to work out well here. Mike with the triple kill. It's exactly what they need here, a triple kill, and also making sure that they would not set foot in towards the site itself. Mike, literally a one-man army, but unfortunately he won't be, as X10 will claim the life on. Wincy gets the other, taking out X10, and then hip fire to completely take out Lame Jokes. With it, we'll be able to see ESM Elite winning that first round of defense. Let's take a look at that in the instant replay and also proceed to round 2. But ESM Elite will be the one to get their first win on defense. Talking about their standings, we'll be able to see ESM Elite on 5th position, winning 3 matches, which would put themselves in a total of 9 points and 2-round conversion rates. Talking about Status Gaming, they're currently in 6th spot, right above ESM Elite, winning only 1 match, having a negative round conversion of 5 and winning 1, which would put themselves in a total of 3 points. Now, talking about ESM Elite, though, if they do win this 1 match, they would immediately put themselves to 3rd position, defeating Team Jeter Vyuha. And this is exactly what they need, and this is exactly what they are aiming as of now. Talking about the second, site, it will be on basement, garage, and cafeteria. Actually, when I was trying to write in my history, I kind of mispronounced it well. Cafeteria. All right, there you go. Second round being on basement, garage, and cafeteria will be the site, and with it, we'll be able to proceed.
That's it. We'll be able to proceed into this match up and ahead. And I really love the change up here, getting to see as per the map change as well. When the operator picks that, I'm getting to see from both the sides. The attack. So quite the change, most definitely, that we've gotten to see so far. And just the way it is, the Maestro back into play here from Nisamo. Meanwhile, Wincy's brought out his own. So instead of gadgets, of course, the black eyes from the Valkyrie will come out to serve a little bit more of a purpose than just the information. It will come down to Wincy being his bouncy self. Will come down to just happen to catch off the attackers off guard by the surprise element that he always has for himself. We'll still be seeing the prep already done and dusted. A nice shield being put into place here, along with the rotation. That might not be the best thing to do. Maybe, I'm not sure, because it's just the way we happen to see the players play out. They do tend to have a little bit of a tendency to just drop the hatch and run in onto sight. So let's just hope that does not come down to it. X10 with a little bit of pre-fire. We've still got Lame Jokes coming in with the pre-fires of his own. Admin control is still not taken away from the side of the defense and the attack, rather. Nobody's contesting it either. It's just going to be an entry point, as simple as that, for the Zofia to come and wait a minute. I might stand corrected over here. There's somebody on the side of Printer Room, and that is your Valkyrie, people. That's Wincy, the man I just happened to talk about. He spotted the drone. He knows there's somebody onto him, or does he not now? Wincy very confused. I'm not sure why he happened to not look behind him. You still see Danu walk away with a frag. X10 will be the one to walk to get taken off. Meanwhile, Wincy did fall though, and that did come out from Lame Jokes. I still got ourselves a 4 vs 4. And into this match, we go ahead. A minute and 30 remaining. Kuntal picks up another fight, and that'll be Paktoon Kid to fall. The bandit, not effective anymore. Just some pre-fires that Kuntal will be coming in with his own. Not sure where the super has gone right now. Kuntal will be having a conversation about that later. Right now, it is, of course, the plays that will matter. ESM Elite has managed to get the first round on board for themselves. They're looking to make sure they get the second one as well, but it does not look like it. They'll be able to secure it or not. 3 versus 4, and now we'll be hitting the 60-second mark. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. The magical words that I always like to listen to, because it's always magical. It's always interesting to see these two teams make one single mistake and this just everything goes haywire. And talking about it, it might be now Status Gaming making their push as the Selma Breeze charge will make an angle and also an entry, whereas Kuntal will get one, gets another, taking out Danu. As Mike will be there to eliminate Kuntal. Puts it in a 1v3 situation here as a plant will come in from Super Phantom, planting in right in towards the white van. He still has one more smoke gas canisters, but he is too late. Gets one. That's going to be Mike getting a double kill. Can he guess the other two? No, it does not. It's going to be Royce denying the player getting much more kills. And with the Status Gaming will make their own appearance, winning round 2, basement, cafeteria, and garage. With it, the round will be 1-1. And also we will proceed to round 3. And also the biggest question for ESM Elite, whether they would pick the same site or try to go for basement, archives, and tellers. Although there is first floor, main, and piano room, in which it's been picked when they succeeded defending both second floor console and basement garage. So it looks like they will go back to the same side yet again. It will be the same operators. Also, Vinci will bring in the Mozzie, whereas Misamo goes in for the 6-pack, switching from the Maestro to a different operator that I'm not quite familiar with. It's going to be the Legion. Having that trap operator is exactly what they need. Making sure that they would deny those aggressive plays is what exactly they need. And just by talking about it, I just kind of realized that way back when Melusi was introduced, I believe that was in Operation Steel Wave, most of the time we do see, Legion being picked more often. But when Melusi came into the picture, it was more of like a swap. It was more of like a swap because, Legion with his his goo mine might be invisible, but still can be destroyed with one single bullet. The same cannot be said to the Melusi's Banshee deterrent, whereas the attackers are forced to use a melee to take out that gadget. Although it will be, nerfed quite a lot in the next update of Operation Crimson Heist. The one patch that we are very excited about. For now, let's just focus on the action phase itself. Round 3 will proceed, knowing the site will be on basement, garage, and cafeteria once again. And hopefully we won't be able to see the I believe that was Valkyrie. Actually, yes, that was Vince. He was who was playing Valkyrie in the previous round. This time we'll bring in the Mozzie. Having that pest drone denying major information for the attacks is exactly what the defenders need. Denying information is exactly what they need for ESM Elite to make sure that they would have one step forward in winning those gunfights. Although the attackers are very keen about this, the pest will be able to give it with the help of the Ping 2.0 system. Although it's not destroyed as of now, it will be destroyed as of yet. But the C4 play from Vinci is going to caught lame jokes out of nowhere. He did not expect to see that C4 play coming in right in towards the admin. And looks like he's going to get caught in a very bad spot. And that too, it was right in towards Printer. Very unfortunate for him. And looks like a total of 4 utilities won't be in play for Status Gaming. Although they still need to open up the walls, which is getting control in towards Piano. And looks like Royce will be able to take out Misa. More Royce will take out the ace, which would deny the hard breach right in towards basement cafeteria. And this is exactly what they need. Although, as Super Phantom had a bit of connectivity issues. So it looks like he's not going to be too happy about that one either. Although the attackers are slowly making their way using that vertical lines of sight. But unfortunately, eliminating Ace at the early rounds itself would deny them to not open up basement garage, but instead they will make sure to open up the hatches into towards the garage itself. So yellow stays push, hatch push will happen, so maybe there may be higher chances for the attackers to push in towards the spiral stairs as well, to make sure that they have multiple amount of angles, multiple rooms to work it out with, but they need to move fast. Because talking about time though, they only have 52 seconds left to make their point. And looks like they're going to try to use their vertical line of sight into their advantage, find to see whether they could get 1 or 2 kills, act most of like a distraction to make sure that they would eliminate one. But they need to be careful of Vinci though, because he's making a quick rotate, and this rotate will be devastating. He actually will be able to see one, but he doesn't get the shot. The drop down will come in. This should alert the attackers. No, it does not. Royce gets triple in the other hand, dropping towards the hatch. Vinci is trying to eliminating it. In fact, he does, equalizing it 2-2. Makes that a 1v2, but he takes out at the wrong time, as X10 still has a chance here. A G8 LMG against the shotgun. What exactly happened there? But in the end, we will see X10 winning that gunfight against the M5 shotgun in long range. And with it, Status Gaming will be able to win yet another round on attack, round 3. And with it, the scoreline will be 2-0. Talking about talking about that specific round itself, it was quite a bit difficult, as I like to talk about it. Especially Mike, at that moment he kind of realized that he was already in towards basement cafeteria. Even if you do try to switch out at that exact moment where he tries to push and kill, it would have been a bad idea. So he decided to just go for the shot in long range. But unfortunately, the shotgun wouldn't go at that specific range itself. So for now, round 4 will proceed. The site will be on second floor console office. Let's see whether ESM Elite has something to answer for.
That was quite the round, if you'd ask me, and quite the performance. And I don't know what it is today with the shotguns and long-range peaks that I'm getting to see from the side of the defense today. Quite a lot, honestly. So many shotgun peaks are coming in here, and long hallway shotgun peaks and whatnot. Not the best of things to be doing. I'm sure Mike was a little confused over there. Don't really blame him in that position. So just came down to a 1v1 with a few seconds left. Maybe he had to not go for the peak. Who knows? Maybe his position was not given away, but so many things that are still not adding up to me. We'll be getting to see more of that as we happen to go ahead into this round 4 over here. Statics Gaming and ESM Elite, they've come out to grab my attention, but I'm not sure if they are coming out to the kind of performance I was expecting them to put out here. Statics Gaming still in the lead. 2-1 is going to be the scoreline for themselves. We're headed over round 4. Let's see what happens. Paktoon Kid coming in with his Valkyrie cams and whatnot. The preps for the windows are done as well. All accounted for. We'll be seeing him operating those cams as well. There you go. Some nice information for him to work with. Most definitely is Royce. He's unaware that he's being watched right now, but the IQ will do the job for him. X10, of course. There you go. I hear that Valkyrie cam getting destroyed in the distance. It's going to be the job for the IQ to do, and done. Paktoon Kid knows there's an A-jab right outside. He's not going to be going for the peak right now. He's going to get one of the drones. Maybe walk away with another drone kill. Not sure, not yet. That is, of course, his teammates. Never mind. Vinci will be the one manning that drone, and that means Mozzie has picked up a drone over here. We'll be heading onto this scouting phase. The admin controller is being taken away from the side of... Oh boy, looks like there's somebody waiting to greet Kuntal, and he's greeted him with a little bit more damage than expected over here. Again, to see some shots being exchanged, but none of these are being turned into kills. And that's what you like to see. No conversions, not yet, and... Never mind, a conversion just came in. Lame jokes just dropped Kuntal. A very good conversion, but not great for Statics Gaming, for sure. Not in the best interest for them. ESM Elite will be all the while more happy that they've gotten a free kill to walk away with. But here's the refrag from their side, and that will, of course, be from Statics Gaming. X10 makes sure he gets the 4 versus 4 back into effect, and unfortunately, he'll not be TKing Lame jokes as he happens to make his way inside the Rappel game and into the printers. I'll be quickly heading onto this 1 minute mark and 60 seconds that we are counting down to, and a nice skin that Misama is running on the Legion. We'll be seeing what happens to come out of this round. Most possibly is a little slower than expected from the side of Statics Gaming. They're the ones who are in control, they're the ones who are in advantage, but they're going to have to make some work to stay in that space. 50 seconds and counting down to it. Let's see what happens.
50 seconds for the attackers to make their play, and Lame Jokes will proceed to use the impact to take out that deployable shield, and also use another impact to make sure that he'll be able to deal some major damage. A beautiful flick there from Mike, taking out Rice immediately, knowing that one of the players was repelling from that specific spot. Says go for that pre-fire yet again, but loses that gunfight against the Zofia, in which we will see that refrag 3v3. It is anyone's round at this moment. It looks like Winstry is trying to make something as a fear in towards the spiral stairs. As a distraction will succeed. Danu taking out X10 is exactly what they need here. 2v2 as Lame Jokes try to control the situation. Danu will be able to shut down Lame Jokes in the end, but the plant is still in the hands of Super Phantom. He could go in for the plant, but he is unfortunately gets stuck with the Legion Goo mine, in which Danu shouldn't have any problems dealing with the last player on the side of Statics Gaming. With it, ESM Elite will be able to win their defensive round as well, putting them in the equalizer round of 2-2. With it, will be able to proceed to round 5. The side though for ESM Elite will be on basement, garage, and cafeteria. Although it would not be advisable, it would be better for them to go for a different site. Maybe first floor main lobby or basement archives and tellers. Must be a good pick for them, but they will decide to go for first floor lobby and press room instead. Basically, they read my mind, I guess. I mean, truth be told, I mean, they did, however, lose, two sites, two back-to-back rounds on basement cafeteria. So it would be best for him to not go for that side yet again. Six pick will come in from Baktoon K, switching from the Rook to the Cap Can. Those EDDs will be devastating for the attackers, especially forcing them to contest against some of the defenders in a total of 70. In just 40 or 30 HP remaining would not be a good idea for the attackers to be in a situation like that. So, all in all, a good effort coming in from ESM Elite's style of defense, especially that beautiful distraction there from Vinci, making sure that most of the attackers would take that bait, and looks like they did. And all the Jaeger did was push in towards that console office with the information given and get that kill. Good coordination, good teamwork coming in, and also the same can be said to Statics Gaming as well. Although that unfortunate team kill eliminating one of the players, that I believe that was Kuntal, who got picked out for a very accidental reasons. But for now, talking about the action phase, Misamo will decide to go for a spawn pick. Unfortunately, won't be able to find anything as of now. Will decide to go for a reinforce right towards the wall of second floor console office, and also the drone works from the attackers to give them vital information. Standard stuff, nothing unusual out of the ordinary. Only difference is that who's going to get that early kill, who's going to get that early advantage when it comes to getting control in towards any specific buildings. Talking about ESM Elite though, we won't be able to see any vertical lines of sight being used, just like UG used theirs, using those shotguns. Most of the time it was Sparkle using the castle shotguns, but for now, focusing on that G8 LMG. Lot of bullets being traversed as Mike goes down, but in the end it's going to be Dhanu with V10 Ronin taking out X10. Putting in a 4v4, even with Paktoon Kid eliminated, Mike will still survive. Looks like he has got the luck in his hands now. Talking about the time though, Statics Gaming still has a lot to try to understand what's going on, but Misamo will take out Lame Jokes instead. This is Zofia taken care of right in towards the yellow stairs. Looks like things are not going too well here for Statics Gaming.
Things are definitely not going well here for them, but they might just be able to make some amends to it. Never mind. ESM just came in with another kill, and that's going to be from Misamo. What a tap onto the man. Super Phantom will not be alive anymore. We've got Royce and Kuntal, the only ones left alive. But where are they right now? Kuntal right outside the big double window, and Royce on the platform. He's almost being found here by Vinci, but it's getting a little difficult for me to... It's going to be an interesting outtake as to what we happen to see here. See what these guys will be doing. Danu will be able to get that frag. Very well done, in fact, onto Kuntal. That was an amazing kill that he was able to walk away with. Royce does get the refrag onto Danu, and he gets another one on the follow-up. And that is Misamo taken care of. You've got Mike and Vinci left alive, and a 1 versus 2 that we might as well see Royce try and make happen. I'll come down to it. Let's see if he's got only 40 seconds. Let's see if he can make some work out of this or not. Making his push towards the side of Spiral. I think he's coming up from there. He's got to be careful. Mike, all poised and ready onto this side. He's got Vinci on the other one. They've got their own sites to take care of. And one C4 in the back pocket as well. Pings are coming in. I think they know exactly where the attacker is coming in from Royce. This position given away. Mike will not let him survive. ESM Elite, make sure they get this round on board. And it will be round 5. Taken care of.
Round 5 with ESM Elite winning their round on first floor main lobby. To proceed to the final round, which will be round 6. The final round for these teams, their first half on defense for ESM Elite to make sure that they'll be able to get that lead as best as possible. And also the same thing can be said to Statics Gaming, putting this match on 3-3. Basement, cafeteria, and garage will be the site for them to defend one last time. Although they're not that confident enough to try to defend on basement archives and tellers. I kind of understand why you don't want to. The six pick will come in from Vinci, switching from the dock to the cap can.
Attackers need to
Talking
locate and
about
defuse as many bombs as they
the
can.
way how aggressive Nomad did. To be honest, she actually had the upper hand here. Even with the amount of information they had, knowing that Nomad was at the first floor main lobby, she had the diffuser. She could have just went in for a plant. Although she was a bit, worried that there might be a push running towards that hallway, at least going for a fake plant would have given an opportunity here for the defenders to make their push so that the attackers can go for that fake plant to force them to eliminate them. Although we didn't get to see it because he left himself in a 1v4 situation where he did try to clutch it out. It was a very good attempt, but in the end it's going to be Yasser Mili to get that win. The only question is, will it be a 4-2 this time? As we proceed to the action phase, Vinci again bringing in the Capcan CDDs and also making sure that two of the players will be in towards the second floor console office itself. With the help of Paktoon Kid, of course, the Alibi's Prisma's holograms, which should not only bamboozle the opponents, but also give them the information if they try to shoot or move a drone to that specific hologram. So you actually don't want to do that. Giving information is knowing half the battle for Elite. That's exactly what they're thinking as of now. Misamo currently will be in towards the yellow stairs. Kuntal again bringing in the Amaru to bring in that pressure, bring in that pressure for ESM Elite to make their round of mistakes. Lame Jokes is here for the angle, so does the IQ, to make sure that when that aggression comes in with the Amaru's Gara hook, will slowly make their way. Printer room C4 again from Vinci. Will it connect? No, it does not. This time Kuntal will survive barely. All the just because of that misalignment of that C4 throw is going to leave Kuntal alive and kicking, and also would force ESM Elite to fall back into us the first floor and maybe back into us basement to make their final stand. Drone Works will come in yet again to give them one final information, and with it the push will be underway.
The push will be underway. That's right, Babu Gustav. We've still got no lives lost and almost hitting the 1 minute 20-second mark here. It's becoming quite the round, if you'd ask me. 3-2. But there we go. Mike, is that Misamo? Misamo will be starting off with the first kill and the second one to follow up, and the third one as well. He drops 3 kills just off of that one magazine. He'll finally get that refrag from Super Phantom, but I think it's a little too late maybe. Statics Gaming facing off on a very bad spot and just on a very bad side of Misamo. To make sure he shuts them down. Here's the Alibi getting another one onto the Zofia as well. That's Lame Joe's taken care of. Super Phantom, the only one left alive in a 1 versus 4 now. He's got to be fighting this. He'll find the first one. Gets her Alibi taken care of. He's still got to work around. The site is, of course, going to be the side of Garage. He's just going around. I'm not sure where he's trying to go on to. Vinci trying to spot him from above. He's not got his... he's not got any visual confirmation yet. And that's why he's a little shaky. Danu, knowing that he might just be here, Super Phantom might be able to walk away with this frag. Now, Danu is giving away so much information, but he'll also give away so many bullets into the body of Super Phantom. That'll be ESM Elite walking away with yet another round, taking a definitive advantage against the Statics Gaming. Quite the performance that we're getting to see from them, and that is the first half done and dusted, people. 4-2 will be the scoreline, where we'll be seeing ESM Elite start off in a quite the advantage. 2 rounds in succession. That's very well done for themselves, because now they'll be the ones on attack. And of course, at least for me, I feel like Consulate does come out to be quite the attacker-favored map. This is going to be the moment for them to perform. It's going to be the moment for them to come out and take advantage into the second half. Round 7 will be underway. Let's see what happens.
You know, as the great WD Black once said, the moment of creation is a form of magic. Who knows that magic will be performed from these two teams? We're about to find out with the actually with the role swap in the second half, being the site on basement, garage, and cafeteria. Prep phase obviously will come in to make sure that the defenders are prepped and prepared. But what's interesting is that we'll be able to see some changes with the operator specs. Super Phantom bringing in the Mozzie, Lane Jokes with the Vigil, and also X10 with the Valkyrie. That is quite a lot of roam games coming in from Statics Gaming. So maybe we might see two of the players holding in towards second floor to make sure that they'll be able to lose a lot of time and then slowly make their way, making sure that they would not give control on piano to make that vertical lines of sight. It's pretty simple, pretty standard. There's nothing much more to talk about it. It's just that we're just about to find out how ESM Elite will take care of that situation. Action phase will come in. Danu will bring in the Jackal as well, a very powerful operator when it comes to giving information just by tracking the footprints of the defenders. And looks like ESM Elite's main focus is to open up that wall, which in fact they need to get control by opening up the piano, but they don't have to because they have Thatcher. And also ESM Elite, why don't you have Thatcher? Where is Thatcher? I mean, this would have been way much more easier if they could have bring in Thatcher. But unfortunately, they must have thought that the site would have been on second floor console office, so maybe they decided not to pick Thatcher instead. Although it would have been easier, but unfortunately X10 will be able to make things much more harder for them. Taking out Misamo, the man who made that triple kill in that previous round, will be the one who gets taken out in the hands of X10. A very important kill, and also X10, he is trying to challenge the players who are repelled in towards the window of second floor console office, and then Pakun Kid arrives with a bang, taking out X10. Although he knows that there is the Jaeger in towards yellow stairs, will decide to go for that pre-fire. None of them will be able to deal any major damage as of now, and looks like Pakun Kid is going up very aggressive, and that aggression is going to cost Kuntal the kill. Another push, Kuntal will gladly take yet another one, taking out Vinci, putting it in a 4v2. What exactly is happening here? Statics Gaming is holding their ground, and looks like ESM Elite's aggression is going to cost quite a lot. Kuntal will get taken out in the hands of the Jackal, but the damage has already been done here. 3v2 will be able to use the shotgun to open up the hatch to get an instant access in towards Piano and Mike. He actually sees the leg, though all he needs is that leg shot, in which he should force Royce back and reposition himself in towards a different spot. It should be in towards the black car. Should be much more of a difficulties. The only difficulty is ESM Elite losing a lot of teammates. Talking about it, Rice will get one and another to take out Danu. Statics Game will be able to win round 7 basement garage without a hiccup. As we proceed to the next round, and also we take a look at it in the instant replay round. No instant replay, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like I bamboozled myself, as we will proceed to round 8. The side being on second floor console office, and Statics Gaming in a very good lead here, and also some major mistakes being made here from ESM Elite. Especially the first pick phase itself, not bringing the Thatcher. Second, trying to eliminate the Jaeger in towards the yellow stairs. Unfortunately, they could not win that gunfight. And then the third, not having that proper information, and also making sure that they did not try to clear any room. Although they did, but their main focus was to try to open up the piano room. So talking about the next side, second floor console office, we'll see what's going to happen in this round.
A good fight back from Statics Gaming over there. They did try to come out with a good performance, and they did. They made sure they get another round closer to the side of ESM Elite. And right now it'll be a 3-4 scoreline as we happen to push ourselves into round 8. It's going to be an interesting outtake as to what we see the side of the defense do right now. Statics Gaming being able to take advantage of the defensive side very well, and quite interestingly so. I think with the shift in meta and just the way the bans have gone down, Blackbeard not into play, Goyo not into play. One of the most important operators that it does come down to defending Consulate does happen to be Goyo. Of course, because of his explosive shields, but at the same time, the Vector is just as destructive. Won't be having those operators into play, and I think that is making all the difference here, is allowing the side of the defense to play with a little bit more freedom, just coming in with more aggression. And maybe that just might not be the best thing to do. We'll be heading ahead from here, and we'll be seeing exactly what comes our way. X10 is just making sure everything is accounted for. Just nice Valkyrie cam thrown out there, and there you go, air jabs being taken off and being taken for a spin from Lame Jokes' frisbees that have been thrown early into the round ahead. Here in the early phase of the action phase, of course, Misamo still looking to find any Valkyrie cams, of course, if there are any. 2 minutes and 20 seconds are exactly where we are, but
Located by attackers.
so far we don't see any kills being dropped. Just a little bit of just a little bit of that window being broken from the Valkyrie, and he's just trying to get a possible kill. Maybe not.
With the drone works, it will be a good amount of information that coming in from ESM Elite. Although Royce will be able to find it, although quite not, because he will miss that opportunity, which will force himself to be in a different spot. Although Kuntal is making sure that none of the attackers would try to gain control of Spiral Stairs. And Royce, again, a bit of problems taking out the drones, but he will finally eliminate it and try to hold himself in towards that specific spot. Although the gunfire will be a bit of a problem, and looks like they will be in a bit of a trouble here yet again. ESM Elite making sure that they would get the lead, but looks like Status Gaming is one step ahead here. Selma Breaches will come in to open up yet another lines of sight in towards console. Looks like Extend will be taken down in the hands of Vinci right towards the hatch itself. A 4v5. Vinci taken out, and so does Super Phantom, putting it in a 3v5. Make that 2v5. A beautiful headshot comes in from Paktoon Kid. Kunstal will try to retaliate back, taking out Vinci. Misamo sees the head of the player, doesn't get that shot, misses the opportunity. But Paktoon Kid, on the other hand, will take out Kuntal, and also another one, taking out Lame Joke. CSM Elite will be able to fight back, winning around 8 second floor console office. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, this time I won't be bamboozled this time. Round 9. With the site for Statics Gaming, they are either back on second floor console office, or they will be back on basement archives and tellers.
I really like how we happen to just have that little habit of knowing that, hey, we're going to have a replay played right after this. So, hey, I think it just happens sometimes, Baba. But ESML taking control of the situation here, and quite the thought moment from Paktoon Kid towards the end of the round there. Just happened to get the final kill and smash his hammer on towards the site. We'll begin to see more of that, I believe, because the sledge is still into play from him, and we'll be headed to round 9. The site is going to be console office and meeting room. As I wish we could share this a little bit of insight that Baba Gusta right now is in fact cosplaying Nomad. So come out, he might just place his air jabs any moment now.
Ready for my air jab.
So it'll be an interesting outtake to see if we could maybe catch a glimpse of Baba on stream like this. But coming
Air
back
jab,
to
please.
coming out from jokes and heading back into this match, the prep phase will be underway, and once again the Frost emphasis. Really loving that. We're getting to see Frost come out quite a bit in the recent times with maps like Villa and Consulate. Alright, let's be honest here, we don't get to see Consulate a whole lot, but it has definitely affected the way we happen to see the operator roles play out, and Frost has been a very huge, impactful operator that has been changing the meta and just
Attackers must locate.
throwing off the attackers off guard, and I really love that. We'll be getting to see more of that hopefully from Royce as we happen to go ahead into the action phase over here. Excuse me there. Pretty standard stuff if you'll ask me what we get to see from ESM Elite in terms of their operator lineup for the attack. Nothing too flashy. We saw Kuntal come out with the Amaru pick time and again in the first half of this match, but we don't get to see plays like that happen from the side of ESM Elite. They like to play this a little more old-fashioned. They like to go for the full rappel and then slide on into the DMs. I mean, the side. This is just a little bit of a force of habit, but no, that was obviously done on purpose. I'm just kidding. We'll be headed back into the 2-minute mark right now. Just a little bit more, and the bodies will start dropping. None of the action has gone down yet. Just that scouting mode that we are getting to see, and just all of that more information that the attackers are trying to gain, and so are the defense. But wait a minute, Kuntal will be able to walk away with that frag. Paktoon Kid, good night and good night. Another one. Kuntal lands 2 shots. Crispy ones, both of them. And Vinci will not be surviving that either. That's enough for today, I guess. That's enough for me for today. I've seen quite many shots that have come out to be crispy ones, and Kuntal just happened to put that cherry on top of the cake here. We'll still be seeing a possible attempt at a refrag from Misamo, but that's not enough. The man count is still in the favor of Static Gaming. I still got a 4 versus 3, and that's exactly what we are counting down to with a minute and 30 remaining.
Minute and 30 remaining for ESM Elite to make their play, and X10 starts making his own plays, taking out Misamo with that run out, running towards the main entrance. And looks like a lot of pressures being induced here as Danu takes out Super Phantom, whips out the secondary, worried about that run out either in towards the piano window or at the yellow stairs. Looks like he's just going to make sure, confirm his suspicions, and start slowly moving in towards the side. X10 is still holding in towards the yellow stairs, but for now he's just going to fall back in towards the side, try to contest them in that specific spot. ESM Elite currently in 3-5. If they win this, they would get match point, but they've been halted by a total of 3 angry defenders of Statics Gaming. And talking about it, one push will be on yellow stairs, the other should be on spiral, in which Lame Jokes will deny that, which leads to Mike, last man standing, pushing into a spiral stairs. Needs to be careful of Lame Jokes, in which he will. Taking out the player in towards long dash will give him some chance. He still has those smoke grenades to go for the plant as well. All he needs is information, and X10 will be able to get his information via the cams. And a huge impact will come in to give them an immediate rotate. Kuntal is still holding in towards the long dash, but not that much though. He has meeting. He has only one smoke, and that aggressive plays might get one kill, taking out Kuntal. But I believe he's going to go for the plan. No, it does not. A 1v1 and a beautiful wall bang from X10 to take out Mike. A great attempt, but in the end, it's going to be Statics Gaming to win that round. Round 9 goes to the side of the blue team. And with it, we'll be able to proceed to round 10. And talking about Kuntal, though, oh boy. 2 kills. And also the important one, he took out the Nomad too. So since I was cosplaying, I would say, ouch, that hurt.
I really like how you're sinking into the role, Baba Gusta, but right now it's a 5-4 and quite the match, if you'd ask me, Baba. The relentlessness, the fight back from both the teams is on, and none of them wanting to give up over here, and none of them wanting to back off over here. And that's what we love to see coming back to Division 2. Let's see who will be the first ones to take match point. It'll be the attackers that are closer, just a little closer to getting that match point for themselves. Of course, that is ESM Elite I'm talking about. Statics Gaming did come in with a round victory, and this time around, round 9 went to them. But will they be able to get one more, and will they be able to get the equalizer for themselves or not? That's the real question. 5 versus, excuse me there, I'm not sure why I said 5 versus 5. It's still the prep phase. Thing is just a force of habit. I happen to direct my vision directly towards that little box area, see how much time is left, see what round is going on, see how many players are alive. But yeah, for now, we'll just be heading on to the prep phase and getting to see what Royce is doing on side. That's Kaid coming in with all of his setup and whatnot. Electroclaws will come into place from him as well. X10, meanwhile, the Valkyrie cams will come out from him as well. It's going to come down to a very important prep here on the side of Statics Gaming. They've got to make sure they get this round in, because ESM Elite, once they get match point for themselves, it'll come down to a very difficult task of just dethroning them from that position. You don't want to find yourselves at that spot, and hopefully that's what Statics Gaming has in mind as well. Paktoon Kid with the Twitch pick once again. And Twitch pick, it's become quite the thing today, hasn't it? I think, is there something I'm missing over here that has come out to buff the Twitch, or maybe it's just the Twitch season, I guess. Maybe it is. Well, we're going to see Paktoon Kid make his way towards the main door here onto the side of circular desks. It's been such a long time since I've made those call-outs. We don't get to see Consolate a whole lot, but X10, it looks like one of his peak holes came out to bite him in the back. Taste of his own medicine here, I think. Misamo will be trying to get that possible final kill onto himself, but no, there's a drop down here that'll quickly be refragged, but he still be walking away with that kill. Super Kuntal, a very Tom Cruise-ish jump over there from the hatch. Not expected, and definitely not from the side of the attack. Paktoon Kid, you know there's somebody up top as well, and that is of course your Valkyrie. X10 solo on HP will get taken down. Danu takes care of him, and a quick headshot will do the job. Admin control replenished for the attackers to take control of, and just happen to move ahead from here. The Mozzie drones are what are the Mozzie pests are what are stopping the drones from coming in. There's Royce to safeguard the site. He's just coming in with the pre-fires of his own. He's going to be taking the black card for the cover for himself right now. Wincy dropping down the air jabs and watching if there's any flanks coming in, just making sure even if they do, he's not got to worry about a whole lot. But Royce meanwhile is doing all that work that he's needed to be doing, not be doing that for long. So a little bit of a potato comes in where Wincy will be able to take advantage of it. We'll still be seeing the Nomad make his push ahead and onward. Super Phantom and Lame Jokes, the only ones left alive on the side of the defense. It's a 2 versus 3 that the side of Statics Gaming has to fight against ESM Elite. Awfully close to match point. They've got to get this 3 versus 2 converted into a possible victory. But right now, Paktoon Kid, he spotted somebody, but not landing the shots, at least not yet. Lame Jokes, he knows there's somebody outside the breach as well. The Selma breaches, they've not come out to its full extent, and that's why it's just going to be a two-way hole and not even a doorway. It's just a line of sight that has been created for the side of the attack and the defense to take advantage of. Paktoon Kid making his push happen from the side of the yellow stairs as we happen to see him make this push higher on the side of security. But wait a minute, Super Phantom is coming with a free fire of his own. We don't see this happen quite a bit. ESM, they've definitely gotten the side control and they've definitely gotten this match's control. They'll be the ones to get this round and they'll be the ones to get match point. That's right. ESM Elite proceed to match point, people, shutting down Statics Gaming time and again. And sadly, Royce has disconnected. Maybe we might just go into getting a glimpse of a Nomad cosplay that we are getting here from Baba Gusta. Yes, we will. Looks like it. Caster Cam will be on play, and looks like Baba Gusta is getting off of that theme. Don't really blame him here. We do come out to a little bit of a conversation time and again, but it's all fun and games. And when it does come out of the game, I'm not sure what I just said, but don't take me seriously, people. Looks like Royce has, of course, reconnected back. We might just be getting back into the match right here, right now. Excuse me there. So not the best of days for my vocal cords, I suppose, but still got the rest of the match and quite the match left, if you'd ask me. 6-4 is still so much that we can do, and I'm sure the last match does stand as a huge evidence to what can happen and what cannot happen. Let's not waste any more time and get back into the game, people. Exactly where we left off. Royce has back in the lobby. No issues. Thank you, Royce, for that quick reconnection. Nothing that we'll have to worry about, not having to spend more time. But you have to listen to me and Baba Gusta just keep blabbering on about. Finally, we'll be here and into the match. 6-4, like I said, here's the scoreline. Match point for ESM Elite. Let's see if they're able to secure this into a victory or not.
I mean, if I just take a look at that scoreboard again, Mike, 11 kills, but still on the bottom frag. Huh. I'm quite confused as to how that exactly happened. I mean, most of the time you see Paktoon Kid having most of the assists. 7 assists! And he's at the top of the leaderboard. Damn. I actually didn't get to expect to see that, but I believe most of the time what the Twitch's Shockdrone has been doing is just trying to tase the attacker.
Have you heard this saying, Babu, is a weird way how God works? So somehow does happen to come on and define things about me, because I think that that is applicable on a certain extent, but in a little bit of a different way. It's a weird way how the Siege game works. Somehow, despite so many kills for the man himself, he's down there. But hey, worry not. All of that kill count will be going into the calculation for his MVP awards. So it will come down to all of his hard work being accounted for.
It's exactly right, Foxy. Talking about that MVP, I'm very excited to see who's going to be on that top since this is the last season. But for now, talking about this, ESM Elite is currently in match point and Statics Gaming will be the one currently in pressure. Paktoon Kid gets one, an instant refrag will come in the hands of X10. And looks like they'll be able to open up their first account. Looks like Kuntal will be the one who gets taken care of. And Lame Jokes will come in right into a second four to provide some cover for the team. This would encourage or maybe try to make sure that they would try to hunt the rumors from the attackers, but they need to make sure they wouldn't stray away from their main objectives. Be opening up the walls in towards basement cafeteria. Misamo is still here with the sledges hammers to make sure that they'll be able to open it out and remove the Kite's electro claws. Although they do have to worry about the Valkyrie cams, and it's just been placed at a very secluded spot where the attackers do not know of as of yet. One single yellow ping and also one single C4 play might cause them the play, and looks like that play might not work out for them. Super Phantom gets dealt with some major damage, and also the Kite's Electro Claw will come in to make sure that they'll be able to at least make a line of sight rather than making them an entryway in towards basement garage. A beautiful headshot from Lame Jokes, but Vinci will retaliate back, taking out Royce, pushing a 3v3. This is a game of refrags, ladies and gentlemen. And it all goes down to that execution phase to determine who's going to be winning those. Misa Mo, the breach, that vertical lines of sight did almost give them the opportunity to take out the Jaeger. But he just made sure that he doesn't want to give away his position. Not now, because since X10 will drop down as Lame Joke gets another one. Vinci take out Super Phantom, puts it in a 2v2 yet again. Again, it's a refrag coming in from both these teams. We're about to find out whether ESM Elite will win it out or will Status Gaming make sure they'll be able to get it. Vinci, he needs to make sure that X10 is the main threat. Eliminating the Valkyrie is all they need to make sure that they would get that higher chances of winning, and looks like they're going to do exactly that. But X10 is stronger. He's going to win it against the Nomad, and with it, Mike will be the last man standing yet again. So many clutches has been missed. Can he get this when the push comes in? And looks like Lame Jokes will be able to shut Mike down. Status Gaming will be able to win round 11. The huge amount of good amount of refrags came coming in from both these teams, but in the end it's going to be Status Gaming who's going to win that gunfight. Good jobs to them, and with it, it is going to be 5-6. 5-6. We're back in round of one, ladies and gentlemen. One round for Status Gaming to put themselves in overtime, whereas E-Samurai Elite to win this round against, and that will be in second floor console office. This is basically what we're waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Will we see E-Samurai Elite get on the top of the leaderboards of Division 2, making sure that they would get that third spot, or will Statics Gaming give them a hard time? We're about to find out in this round itself. 5-6, the side being on second floor console office.
The side is in fact going to be second floor, and this side does come out to be a little bit more attacker favored, if I may say that. Of course, there's so many things that will come into the variable and counting of what I just happened to make a statement out of. But then again, all in all, it might just come out to be something that ESM Elite is able to take advantage of. We've seen them take admin control quickly enough. We've seen them just be all the while so swift with what they want to do when it is a site like this. But the last round from ESM Elite, that came out to such a huge refrag game that they just could not convert into a good teamwork towards the end over there. Wincy, too focused into... Yeah, I think he got a little too pulled from the Valkyrie with the pre-fires that she gave away on the status spiral. I'm not sure if that was the best thing to be doing. You've got your fellow attacker waiting to go for the plan from the breach. You've got the breach walkable as well, so I think it could have come out to a bit of a better play from their side. But then again, I'm nobody to judge. I'm not sure what was going down on their end, on their perspective, and that's why I'm not sure what kind of decisions were made. Of course, just got to see the end result of it. Wincy trying to make his way up here. He's going to find somebody. He's going to light him up as well, and that is Royce. There's somebody else waiting to take advantage of a moment like this, and that will be Kuntal. A very huge misplay from Wincy. He's going to get punished for that. Because the drone's work should have come in a little bit earlier. The greed is what has not allowed Vinci to go off. But wait a minute, Misamo, I don't think he knows the Jaeger's playing right beside him. Kuntal might just be able to take advantage of this moment. Oh, he's moved away at the right time. Kuntal taking advantage of the situation inside the bathrooms right now. He's gotten himself a nice and a quick rotate. He knows that there's the IQ. IQ of all people is not getting this. She's not gotten the... For some reason, the default cam out. She's going to be able to get a kill though, and she's going to get the double kill. Kuntal goes down as well. Misamo, quite the work that he's been doing for his team today. Let's be honest here. ESM Elite are definitely riding on the back of this one. They still got a 3 versus 4 back into effect, with Statics Gaming not exactly feeling the best of things right now. Paktoon Kid makes his way up top on the yellow stairs. The barbed wire is being taken away, but that might just be the call for the Frost to come out aggressively. Royce, that is the man who's trying to make this push happen for himself right now. He's still not got any push-ups happening. Still got to look out to exactly what's going on. Paktoon Kid trying to make this push. Lame Jocks meanwhile gets the refrag onto Misamo. That's your man. He's been doing so much heavy lifting for his team, being shut down. Royce, he's gotten aggressive. He might just find this kill. Yes, he will. Paktoon Kid, I'm not sure why he looked away at the right time, or is that the wrong time? Mike trying to find this kill onto the Frost. He happened to miss that little window he just found himself, and right now Danu He's got to make this push himself as well. Super Phantom trying to find the head of Danu. Might as well be able to get this one tap for
Attackers
himself.
recovered the bomb
Look at the melee holes that are
Attackers
coming in
dropped
from the man.
diffuser.
Mike still looking to make the push. Danu as well, both of them, and
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
quite the standstill that we've come down to in a 3 versus 2 with only 30 seconds left. Is quite the turnaround, honestly. Royce looking to see if anybody's coming up yellow stairs or not. It will be a very precarious position that he happens to play on. Mike still moving in from the top of the spiral. Barricade is what is going to greet him. Royce does walk away with a double kill, and that's right, people. The match point looks like will just be left as a dream for ESM Elite because Statics Gaming is taking us to overtime. Boy, oh boy, Baba Gusta, talk about Division 2 being the bloodbath division, because this is the second overtime match that we're getting to see out of the 2 matches that have been on stream today.
This is absolutely amazing there from Statics Gaming. Even with Misamo getting those 2 kills, even with that default cam, spotting each and every location. Unfortunately, they could not win it. And looks like we will be able to see overtime again. Round 13, we'll be able to see Statics Gaming on defense this time. And the site for them that they will be defending will be on second floor console office. We won't be able to see basement archives and tellers as of now on a map like Consulate, nor any vertical analysis site being made on when the site is on basement garage, as we like to talk about. But still, talking about kills there, I do have to appreciate Kuntal, and also do have to appreciate Lame Jokes though, because he was doing also some good amount of works as well, and also Extend, making sure that he'll be able to get good amount of information via the Valkyrie camps or from the default camps in the building itself. Now, since this is overtime, we're about to see whether Statics Gaming can get back the lead, or will ESM Elite trying to make some play here? Because talking about the second half though, they only won 2 attack rounds, which is on second floor console and basement garage. Even if Statics Gaming do win this one, is a big question mark whether ESM Elite might be able to win round 14 and put this on maximum overtime. There is still a chance. We're about to find that out. The Burmese magnets will be thrown right outside the meeting to make sure that Quincy's air jabs would make sure that they would be able to go for the run out. And looks like the frag grenade, I do have to apologize. The flashbangs will come in. It looks like one of them actually gets caught with the Jaeger's ADS. Well, how about that? Looks like the meeting flank is still open for Statics Gaming, and with the information that Extend has, looks like they have the upper hand. Although talking about upper hand though, you might be able to see some plays coming in, especially if Vinci decides to go for an inverted rappel, and also the Vumai throwing his nade again, the magnet again. But also if Vinci doesn't even know that he's been spotted right from the cams itself, which is right outside the building. This is not looking too good though. Statics Gaming have so much information to take it. Only problem is they only have one information, and that's exactly where Nomad is. But Vinci will take that kill otherwise, taking out Lame Jokes. Oh boy, this is not a good way for Statics Gaming, even with the numerous amount of advantages they have. Unfortunately, they could not figure out a way, although Kuntal will find one, taking out Mike right towards Skylight to equalize the round count. Yet again, we will be able to see quite a lot of, refrags game coming in between both of these teams. But a nade will catch him out of the ad. Kuntal goes down right towards the red stairs. And also confirmation will come in the hands of Danu. Puts it in a 3v4. The push will happen in towards console office. And here comes X10. Decides to go for a flank in towards the yellow stairs. He needs to do this fast because Danu is already making havoc in towards the building itself, taking out Super Phantom. Looks like Misamo is going in for the plant. Like the defender have no idea, and that idea will be able to give ESM Elite their win itself. Team ESM Elite, amidst the number of problems that they had to deal with on site, second floor console and basement garage, they will finally able to win their attack rounds. And with it, ESM Elite will be the one on overtime match point. Since they will be the one on defense, they have a higher chances of winning this round against Statics Gaming. Unless and until if they make one single mistake, Statics Gaming can be able to capitalize it on. they'll be able to put this match on maximum overtime, give them one final chance to make sure that they would get that win as best as possible. And with it, the site will be on second floor console office again.
The site, in fact, is going to be second floor console office and meeting room once again. And this time around ESM back into match point. Is this going to be the second time's a charm thing?
Attackers need
Because
to
just the
locate
way I
and
happen to
defuse
see this,
bombs.
ESM Elite, they've been here on match point before, but they've given it away that advantage to Statics Gaming right now. The eye is on them. I happen to see you giggling there, Babagoose. I'm not sure what you've caught on to, but anyways, 7-6 ESM Elite. They're looking very poised. They're looking very confident. 7-6 is where we're headed to, but overtime match point, it's going to be one hell of a match that we've gotten to see today, man. We've seen the first one go to maximum overtime, and maybe, only maybe, if Static Gaming happens to step up and bring in a show for themselves and for us, we might get to see this one being taken to maximum overtime as well. It most definitely is a very interesting outtake to what I see here. Two overtime back-to-back matches here. 6-7 is the scoreline, and here you see Kuntal making his way here into the action phase. Lame jokes as well. He'll be making his way out of here and into it. Definitely so. We don't see a whole lot happening, at least not yet. Royce, he's got out from the spawn as well, while the Capcan pick will come in out of desperation. This is I always call the Capcan pick a pick of desperation because he does not, for some reason, come out unless we have huge stakes into the game. I'm not sure why that is, except for Union Gaming. The Union Gaming brings out Capcan from day one if they want to, from round one, what I meant to say. Baktoon Kid will be starting things off. ESM Elite looking like they want to make sure they get this match point converted into a victory. Be getting the first kill on board for himself. Royce will be the one to fall. He's looking to find more. The default cam not taken care of. Are you kidding me? Statics Gaming. Not the best of things to be doing here, let's be honest. And that's another advantage that Paktoon Kid will be able to take off from. The default cam is alive, guys. Look at this. The oldest trick in the book, I guess that's the standard stuff you want to do when you happen to spawn. Not the best of things, Statics Gaming. I'm sure if they happen to look back on this VOD later, most definitely will not be too happy about this little fiasco themselves. But right now, Super Phantom is trying to keep things alive for himself. Misamo a little overexposed. I think with his shoulder just peeking around the corner here from the shield, might just get taken off. It's just how weird the way the bullets work in this game, you know. Apart from that, we'll be headed back into this 3 versus 4. The other side of the defense are looking so much more in control of Danu down below with the C4. Not in his pocket. That's right. The C4 is being used, people. And that's why it'll come down to seeing what the rest of the defenders have for themselves. Extend makes his way up top from the Visa stairs, but Danu is down below. If he does come around to get this kill for himself, it might just be what he needs for his team and this match, all in all. Exton will make sure he burns out an ADS with his nade. He's going to let the other one out as well. Meanwhile, Danu does get that frag I just talked about. He's just made his way up top from Visa stairs. It's quite the kill that has come out from him, and that's the cleanup, people. ESM Elite win on match point. Overtime match point. Finally, they do. It took some time, but they finally did. 8-7 is going to 8-6. In fact, is going to be the match score for this one, where ESM Elite come out on top. This one as well, a hard-fought victory, most definitely. So this is quite the long match, a double long matches that we've had for ourselves today, Baba Gusta. And honestly, I expect nothing less out of Division 2. This is the reason why we happen to call this the Bloodbath Division. And I'm sure everybody out there joining us, look at the scoreboard light up. Oh boy, look at the kill counts, my man. Quite the stuff. So coming back to talk about this division, we've still got another day of it and more action coming from it. But we've still got a little bit more discussion to do about this match in hand. That's why we'll be reliving the highlight moments of this match and heading on to reliving the moment in just a bit. But before we head on there, Baba Gusta, anything you want to say about what we just got to see in this match?
I mean, it was amazing, to be honest. The way how the push did arrive, we did get to see a lot of free frags coming in from both the teams, especially in the second half. It was very difficult to understand what's going to happen. But how about, I was going to talk it out in my favorite segment called Relive the Moment. Talk about the highlights, talk about the stuff, and talk about the entire match is exactly happened there. Starting off with the first round, we did get to see ESM Elites making some dominating plays, though, in round one, second floor console office. We did get to see Platoon Kid and also Vinci making his appearance, getting those great frags, and also Mike. I mean, it's funny how no matter how many kills that he has, he always ends up being at the bottom of the leaderboard. It's mainly because he always does the supporting role, and also at Twitch, knowing that he had a total of 7 assists, due to which the shock drone dealt at least 1 damage to the attackers, does count as an assist. But yeah, talking about this entire match itself, the jokes aside, it was really amazing. It was really glad to watch as well. The way how they were getting trades, the way how Vinci started making some unbelievable plays, was actually kept me very quite surprising as well. Although there was some some places where, especially on the deep when Statics Gaming were on attack, there were some particular places where they forgot to take out the default cams. The same thing can be said to ESM Elite as well, where they forgot where they mainly forgot about taking out the Valkyrie cams, but still they did get the kill anyway. I'm actually quite surprised about that, especially when Misamo playing as the IQ. She gets 2 kills right from that exact same spot, taking out both the Jaeger as well as the player in towards the spiral stairs, with the default cams still being up for the defenders. They have information. They could have just gone for the pre-fire, and yet somehow Misamo dodges those bullets like she's the Matrix, and then she gets those wins. Although I didn't get the entire win, because Statics Gaming did recover that round in a wonderful fashion. We did get to see some aggressive plays from ESM Elite. We did get to see the Amaru being brought up. Sometimes we did get to see some aggression being brought up in the first half itself. Then they try to cool it down. They try to make sure, like, what we did a lot of aggression. It's not working out. How about we just tone down the aggression a bit and start going strategic? They started pushing as slow as possible. They try to understand what kind of push they're making, take out the Valkyrie camps. They started opening up the walls. They started pushing in, eliminating players. It was really good for ESM Elite to understand what was happening at that exact moment. Although Statics Gaming caught up to the act as well, they also started to changing their strategies as well. Looks like it did work out well in their favor, making sure that they'll be able to eliminate players one at a time. Talking about it, there were so many mistakes that both of these teams were doing, especially the flank watch and also the Kaid not confirming her suspicions whether if there is either an ADS or a Vumai's magnet needs being used at that specific moment. And also not having good amount of information, knowing exactly where their player specifics positioning were, did cost them a lot. But in the end, we're going to be seeing ESM Elite getting in the top, getting in the 3rd spot, beating Jetter Vyuha. So they'll be able to have a total of 12 points, whereas Kira Esports will have a 11-round conversion rate. The same thing cannot be said to ESM Elite, because they have a round conversion rate of 3. Again, actually 2, I believe, since this is an overtime. So congratulations to them. They'll be able to get the spot on the 3rd position, but they still have a lot more matches to go. Maybe tomorrow will be the final match the final week to be able to determine at what positionings Division 2 is going to be in. And I believe that's all we have to say about Relive the Moment. So I'm just going to give the mic back to mic back to Foxy for now.
That's okay. I've been called Jack by you quite many times now. I don't really mind it anymore. But jokes apart, that was quite the day from we got to see from Division 2, back-to-back overtime matches. And I think you guys can already make it out by my throat how exactly the casting sessions went down for us. Very exciting ones, man. Quite the clutches we got to see today. Quite the attempts, good aggression, amazing strategies, and most definitely great comebacks. So that'll be it from us today, people. From me, of course, Foxtrot, Baba Gusta, and our admin Eisen, as we'll be joining you guys tomorrow with this final day of Division 2 of Season 5. That's right, it'll be tomorrow. Make sure you guys do not miss any of the R6 action that goes down right here at the Esports Club, the Pro League. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned.